Knights Academy. Training's in session.
Right now.
Did you do the initiative there?
Okay, maybe not. Is it on the character sheet, or is it
the name on the character sheet? You actually have to go to the character sheet and click the name.
Oh, okay, found it. I was clicking the wrong name.
Alright. Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative, Zach, as well. Like, everybody's rolling initiative for this.
22.
Alright.
Please tell me I got it right and it was a Grok. Because if he was Grok, he's going to choke me.
I can't believe you're stabbing me.
Alright, so, Zach, roll the stab. I will say it's not with sneak attack for the first hit, just because there's, like, this tension going on, and I'm pretty sure he was aware that you were gonna, eventually try to attack. And Gruk's stone body doesn't count as an ally.
Do I get advantage?
No, not advantage, just normal hit.
Oh, Jesus.
It does not.
Alright, so you go to stab. Saxon goes, what the absolute fuck is going on? As he prepares an action. Not sure of what to do. Gruk.
I'm going to take disengage and move 10 feet away, and then put up my hands. Like, you're going to attack me because I couldn't cast a spell?
Yeah, you can say that. Easy.
Can I answer?
Yeah, you sure can. Vol, on his initiative, though, is like he's got his sword halfway pulled out, like, wait, that's a good point. Zach, I'm just letting you know, Vol and Saxon are very confused by what's going on. Most of the characters are not here to actually make the actions.
Yep.
Zach.
Okay, I scream at him, "You're full of bullshit! The real Grok would have broken my neck if I tried to stab him, and you know it!" And I try to hide behind the Grok statue.
You will have disadvantage to hide.
Okay. Maybe it works.
And it'll go against your passive perception, Gruk.
That's 20-something. 23 to hide.
Yeah, you just behind there and you're like, holy crap, where does that go?
2d20?
He was rolling a both at the same time.
Oh,
The 14
right, yeah.
modifiers.
16 to hit.
16 will...
That's a hit.
That's a hit, I believe I was going to say, yeah.
Okay, that's... 3. 6 damage plus... something.
As you're being hit, you can see Saxon make up his mind finally, and a hex will form around you, Gruk. The black tendrils of his hex swirling up your legs. You now realize that they are bound and determined to kill you. What a friend you've been, and what they're doing is just... Self-preservation is a thing, man. You know you can't take all three. Saxon's turn. He will actually try to blast you with 2 Eldritch Blasts. Although you're pretty sure he's been wanting to do this since, well, forever.
Day 1.
Maybe not day 1, but,
18
day
damage.
3.
Definitely by day 2, at least. Man, he is going to be sad he missed that.
It's true.
In all honesty, though, I think he probably would have put you to sleep and tried to figure out what's going on, but it'll be more fun to... I would say yes. Yeah, that's the end of Saxon's turn. Ruck, what do you do?
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
The doors are apparently locked.
Let me see if I can actually get rid of them. Hold on. Come on, computer. You can do it. You can do it. Chuck, chuck, chuck. There you go. You get this side too. So Gruck takes off running. Vol goes, do we go after him?
Break his legs! But don't kill him!
Gruck, you probably want to go the other way. Your character knows what's going on there. Or, wait, hold on. Maybe not. 1 second.
Well, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not actually aware of the full layout of the building. So I only know where we've been so far, and I don't know what's the other way.
Alright, hold on a second. Go back the other direction, Gruck. It is better to go that way.
Because all I want to do is get the hell out of here before I get killed.
Why is everyone sharing information, but I don't get any? It's not fair, you know.
Alright. Vol nods when you say break his legs.
But don't kill him.
And double moves after you. Getting that far. Zach.
I'm gonna dash after him as a bonus action.
Okay.
Like 30 feet here and 10 more here. I'll get here and I'll cast my Rod of Rulership.
Alright. That's a charisma saving throw?
I think it's Wisdom. Let me check. It's a Wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Nothing. It doesn't affect them.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
I still have some movement speed. I had like 10 feet here. 15 and I'm gonna get here because I can't move through him. So I'm gonna get here. That's it.
Alright, I hate to give this information, but I'm gonna have to. Alright, let's see. Gruck. Another Skype message. Alright. So you're up there next to him. Got it. Saxon just kind of lazily walks into the next room. And we'll go pew pew again. Possibly dropping you 13 and a 22. The 13 won't hit, but the 22 will. For 4 damage. Gruck, 4 damage. That's right, you take it and you like it.
This bullshit.
Can't help it that your party is a bunch of murder hobos. Alright, it's your turn.
Oh, let's see. Well, I'm just gonna keep running. It's gonna provoke, but that's I think gonna just have to be fine for right now.
That'll hit.
Yep.
8 damage.
And what you could do, Gruck, is you can get right to the spot how to activate that, and then you'll be able to, because you know what's going on, get out of the way.
Right.
I'm sending Pink a text going, "You're killing John." Just to see what he says. Actually, you're killing Gruck. Let me actually phrase it right so that the FBI doesn't think something actually funky is going on. Saxon is killing Gruck.
Just in case.
Freaking FBI. Alright, so yeah, you'll be able to get it all set up so that'll trigger and everything. So, Vol is going to not be here. And I have to play his character for him. He double runs as fast as he can.
I was gonna say, he's not gonna be able to catch me.
Nope. Zach will.
I'll dash, I think. Yeah, like 15. 20, 30, 35. Right here, 35. That's 25, and I have 5 more. I'll shoot a bow.
Actually, as you go into that room, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, because you are trying to do this quickly with dashing.
Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry, acrobatics. Dexterity acrobatics. So what's your pluses to it all?
Can I have a saving throw instead?
Oh, it's acrobatics, it says.
15.
15? Alright, as you come in there, you start to run, and the door opens, like the trap door just opens underneath you. And you're able to jump onto a little beam that's right there. It's a 30-foot pit down, and you're able to keep your balance as you're moving. But you're able to get to that point there.
Okay.
But you're let's see, what you took a dash to get there, or a bonus action dash?
Bonus action.
Okay. And what's your plus to your dexterity?
+6 to the dexterity, to acrobatics.
Okay, +6 to acrobatics. All right, then you were able to literally on the dot make the DC. So yeah, you're good. If you were one lower, you would have lost your attack of opportunity, or your action to keep balanced.
Okay.
Which is a shame, because it would have been really fun to watch Gruff.
Natural one. That's it.
Is that a natural 1 on the attack?
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Oh yes, because I want to watch Gruff tackle you into the pit. A mild jog. Saxon gets to there. It is your turn, Grook.
Yeah, I am not going to disappoint. I'm going to approach and attack Zach to knock him off the ledge. So is it more or less a shove then?
Well, technically, it's like a beam in the middle. You realize at this point you're going down. They're going to take you down, so you may as well take one of them with you. So you can do like a dive grapple thing, and you both go down into the pit. Or you could attempt to get over there with acrobatics and shove them that way.
Well, if I succeed in diving and grabbing him, would I then be able to try to direct so that so basically to shield myself on the fall in any way?
Basically, yes. If you're able to do it successfully over his DC 5 more than his grapple opposed, then you will be able to take half damage from the fall, and he will take full damage regardless because he's going to be prone or grappled. So yeah.
All right. Well,
Which you
that
will, because
is
of the weight and everything, like diving at him, you will have advantage on your athletics check, and he gets a regular roll on. I'm assuming acrobatics is your better of the two. Is that correct, Zach?
Yeah.
what am I rolling to do that?
It would be a strength check, if nothing else, with advantage. So,
What advantage?
because he is literally diving at you. I don't know if you've never played American football. I'm assuming.
No.
Can't get out of the way of people moving like that. And he's literally running and diving at you, going for the ankles type thing.
Well, do I need to roll the second one for the advantage?
No. Go ahead and make your athletics check or your acrobatics check. I'm gonna laugh if it's another nat 20.
No, it's 20 something.
That might actually not be.
It's a
23 for you?
23.
What's the strength for you, Gruck?
It's a 0. There's no +1. There's no plus anything to
Then
it.
he actually beats your DC because a 20 isn't an automatic pass on his skill. So he goes to dive at you. You literally just step 1 foot over as Gruck plummets 30 feet into the pit.
Can I hit him while he goes past me?
No. 12 damage. Is that snap, Gruck snap?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the way down, I'm gonna fucking scream, "You piece of shit!" at him.
You piece of shit.
You tried to football jump me.
Because you've been killing me.
That's not true. I tried to bring back the old real you.
So
That's kind of a long talk.
You see him splatted on the ground down there.
Okay. That's it?
That's what's happening right now. You go back to the other room?
I mean, I figured I was going to die at some point, but I didn't expect it to be for something as anticlimactic as this.
Did I really kill him?
I mean, like, it was option number 2 with, the plans that I had put together was me being dead. But, not for something like this.
Pink's response was, like, currently?
Like currently?
And I responded, he just died.
He just died.
You guys killed a party member. I hope you feel good about yourself.
Wait, really?
Go back to
What,
the
dude?
rooms. Gruck is still a statue. The old Gruck.
So he's only petrified and we need to get, like, greater restoration or something.
I got the fuck back. I'm gonna confuse the balls out of him. He said, "The fuck?" I said, "Zach stabbed him first."
Zach stabbed him first. Can I look down into the pit?
Yeah.
How deep is it?
30 feet.
Can I see the bottom?
Yeah, you can see it. You have a 40-foot torch, basically. It's dim light down there, but yeah, you can see it.
Is he going?
My lifeless carcass, is it laying at the bottom of the pit?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be a yes.
Does he still look like Gruk?
Yes.
With multiple stab wounds.
Actually,
probably
just
a crushed
one.
skull.
I was trying to be your friend.
Fuck you! I know the truth.
I was giving you things. I was trying to make plans
That's true.
with like for us to do things,
You
and you get a
You
little
actually-
paranoid and killed me.
you threatened me. You asked me.
I didn't threaten you for shit.
Yes, you did.
How?
Do you remember when you asked me if I recall that you will keep me safe? That was a threat.
Yeah, that was after you said you were gonna play some jokes and shit on me.
Jokes.
Yeah, and so was mine.
I take my job seriously. I'm gonna ask Vol to cast detect magic.
No. He can't cast it ritualistically, and he only has one spell slot left.
Then he needs to cast it as a spell.
Why?
Because I wanna be sure that I didn't kill Grok.
If you're telling me the truth and Saxon dies, kills someone when I'm not there, it had better be epic. EPIC. Epic.
Did he say if Saxon dies?
If Saxon dies or kills someone.
Oh, well, technically neither, at least not yet. I don't know. Keep an eye on Zach. Must have really wanted something I had.
Everything you have is turned to stone along with you.
Hold on, I just gotta finish this.
I really hope that you guys are trying to pull a prank on me.
What do you do? Like, he can cast Detect Magic if you really want him to. He will, but he will do it begrudgingly.
If someone was turned to stone and he was a person, it will show as he is under a spell, right?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, I want him. I need him. For a peace of mind, I need him.
There is a faint bit of transmutation magic lingering on the stone form of Gruk.
Did he cut out for you?
Did I come through crystal clear for you there?
Oh, that you did.
There is a bit of transmutation magic lingering on the stone petrified version of the previous incarnation of Gruk.
So there is magic going around.
He responded, like, for real, roll a new character, dead? Like, I explained it a little bit to him. I said earlier, I'm like, Gruk touched the scepter, his body turned to stone, and a new body, looking just like him, appeared on the throne. Zack attacked after a brief conversation. Saxon thought, why the fuck not? Joined in the fight. And he's like, so for real, like, roll a new character dead? I said, you killed Gruk from the throne. There is still the statue, Gruk. And he says, can I have it in my room?
Priorities.
So yeah, there's a bit of transmutation magic lingering on him, so he does appear to be petrified. Gruk may still be alive. It may just be literally a husk of a body that has transmutation and there is no soul left. You cannot tell that much.
Okay. Let's get out of here. I mean, I'm gonna try and search the room maybe for some scroll or anything.
Investigation checks? Vol right now is currently tying Gruk's statue to his back. He's leaving the Jade.
Yeah, fuck the Jade. 27.
You're inspecting around. You're not really finding any scrolls of any sort. Give me a general intelligence check with that as well. Because 27 is pretty good.
Can I have advantage?
No. I wish I could say yes, but
7.
Alright. So you strap Gruk to your back. Just trying to keep Pink informed on that because that's kind of a development that matters to him. Because apparently he has plans for Gruk.
Oh, I bet he does.
Yeah, so Vol will get Gruk, Stone Gruk tied to his back, and you guys will get to the area. You realize how to, from your investigation, how to take care of everything to reset the trap. And with your investigation, you'll also figure out that the key will open up the portcullis up there. Let me roll intelligence checks for the other two. Hold on. Like, this is just a little sad. Because not everybody's here for ideas. Hold on, Pink's calling. Hey, Pink. Well, like I said, there was the two bodies, and the one is radiating of transmutation magic. That was his previous body, but he was claiming while in the other form, like you guys were talking to him, he's like, no, that's the former Gruk. I am a new incarnation of Gruk. Like, the scepter has awakened my actual inner being. And, like, I don't remember what the trigger was that made, Zack go all snowflake on him, but he definitely had a trigger and just, like, stabbed him. And, like, I even had you and Vol be confused for a whole nother round before you were just like, you know what, screw it.
He asked me to cast Bless on him.
He says, sorry, John.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Let me roll an intelligence check to see if your character... I just rolled for Vol, and he had nada. Let's see. You have nada as well. Man. Well, The faint bit of transmutation magic means that the body that was Gruck is most likely petrified. The issue is you're not sure if his soul is part of it or not, because he was claiming his soul had evolved and moved to this new form. The other body is at the bottom of a 30-foot pit. So okay, let me go through the bulls real quick for you, just to recap this whole thing. You guys came into a room. There was a statue of Gruck sitting on a throne. There was a scepter held there, and nobody could lift it except for Gruck. As soon as Gruck touched it, he began to sweat, and he kind of became transfixed, staring forward. Slowly turned to stone as the statue became flesh. He stands up like, I am a new incarnation of Gruck. I am Gruck. And like you guys were like trying to figure it out. He even brought up information that he should not know. Like Gruck was like, do you remember when we were at Zyrat's mother's house? And I said I was born a slave. And I had your character go, shut up, don't say another word about anything that happened there. So like he knows things that only a handful of people actually know. What was the exact trigger for you, Zach?
He couldn't cast any kind of divine magic.
Oh, yeah, he couldn't cast divine magic. He asked him to cast. He goes, my previous body could, but I cannot. And so Zach stabbed him. He tried to reason with you guys, but when Zach went to
it's
go
not
attack
about
him again...
it's not about body. It's more about.
I didn't get that far before he attacked me.
So,
I got to unfortunately, and he attacked me.
yeah, unfortunately, and he attacked him. Yeah, he wasn't like, unfortunately, my previous body. He was like, unfortunately, and he got stabbed right then. Realizing that he couldn't reason with you guys, he attempted to run because, you know, he didn't want to die. You guys chased him. He tried to open up a trap. By the way, in his new body, he had memories of everything here because he merged with a previous incarnation into a new incarnation of Gruck. So he was able to actually lead you guys, trying to at least get one person down, because the two of you were being reasonable. Zach was not in his mind. So he tried to trap Zach in a trap so he could talk to you two. And, well, things went kind of downhill, and he realized he was about to die, so he kind of dive-bombed. Zach missed him and fell down a 30-foot pit and cracked his neck.
But I didn't say kill him. I said break his legs and bring him back alive.
Yeah, but if you shot him, you would have killed him. The scepter that Gruck was holding, when he started to turn to stone, Vol had slapped it from his hands. Zach picked it up without an issue and had handed it to the new Gruck, who had put it in his backpack. And you guys are now have Stone Gruck tied to Vol's back.
Okay, 2 questions. 1, who's got my earring?
The Stone Gruck.
So my earring is now stone.
Yes.
Okay. You said it's a 30-foot cliff?
30-foot pit, yes.
How many spells have I used today?
I
genuinely don't remember.
You have 1 first level spell and your 2 pack magic spells left. So you could use a 2nd level and Misty Step out or back up in it, your choice. Or lower a rope if you wanted to do that too.
I was going to say, can we lower a rope so I can get down there, grab Gruck, Misty Step up? And then...
Does Misty Step allow you to take somebody with you?
No.
Not that I know of.
It does not let you take somebody with you. But you can get down there.
We're going to have to figure out a way to get Gruck out of the pit and bring him back. Also, I'm going to bitch slap Zach.
All right.
And I'm going to tell him to learn that if he's going to want to be some kind of homicidal maniac, he's going to have to learn some patience.
It's like, there's nothing wrong with being a homicidal maniac. You just gotta find a good time and spot.
Did you hear what his response?
I did not.
He said there's no problem with being a good homicidal maniac, but you just have to find the good time and spot. Basically. Time and location. While you're down there, I'm going to give you one more check as you're looking over the body. That's enough. Thank God. Alright.
Thank Jesus.
So you're down there with the corpse. You're trying to figure out, because it is slightly larger than the original Gruck, how to get it back out. And in the process, you're trying to remove some of the clothing and stuff to like lighten the load. As you do, the rod will fall out of the backpack and bump against, like close to him, and you just pick it up, looking at it, look at the corpse, look at it. You touch the rod to the corpse out of just instinct, and the corpse becomes stone, and Stone Gruck becomes Gruck.
Like he's back?
Yes, and Gruck is aware of everything that happened in that room, not outside the room.
Okay, I'm gonna look up at the pit. Okay, does anybody... I'm in the pit, so can I see what's going on?
You can see that the corpse turned to flesh. You cannot see Stone Gruck, who is now tied to Vol's back to back with Vol.
Okay, I'm going to look up at the... What happened? This thing's stone now.
Zach, you can see Gruck is Gruck again.
He's back! I was right, fuck you!
You can hear, I was right, fuck you. From 30 feet up.
I don't play for that kind of team. Also, you're a minor. Now get me out of the pit.
You're able to grab onto the rope, and Vol will pull you out of the rope, holding onto the scepter because it's worth at least 200 gold. You know, hell yeah, I might as well sell it, or you know, keep it because that is quite a memento. And you guys have accomplished all but the last room. All right, Pink, I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna go take care of the last room. All right, bye.
Okay, so can someone please tell me what happened?
Alright, Gruck. You are tied to Vol's back. You're aware of Zach attacking you, and you running, and everybody chasing, and Saxon attacking, and Vol attacking, and you don't know exactly what happened after that room happened, because you couldn't see from your petrified state. But...
So I was watching events unfold in the room.
Yes. And now you realize they tied you to Vol's back. You've been walking, and they've been talking about you. You can hear some of the conversations going on, including seeing Zach get slapped by Saxon. Him go down, and then you can feel yourself become whole again, limping up onto Vol's back. Your arms right around the armpit and shoulder are tied very tightly to his.
I'll start wiggling and kicking and screaming, "What the fuck?"
Vol's wiggling, kicking, and screaming, "What the fuck?" as well.
It's like, he's alive!
Alright. Through a little bit of time, you guys will be able to untie and figure everything out of what has happened. Make sure to write down the golden rod. The golden rod of fuck you, or whatever you want to call it. So, Grug, you'll have to deal with that however you want to, but you guys have opened up the portcullis, which is leading to the last area of the last tier of the pyramid. Do you want to wait to deal with this, or do you want to deal with this now, before you guys go up?
I'm thinking we should probably wait.
Like, this might take a while.
Well, besides that, like we just ran into something kind of, big, and I hate to think of what else there might be, let alone additional combat.
All right. Well, we can finish this last room up, or we can save it for the very start of next week and then go into you guys going back to town, whoever survives the last room. Or we could finish it out now.
I think I would almost prefer to wait.
Because we are that close to it. I don't know. I think I would prefer if everybody was here to finish off the dungeon that we've spent this much time in.
I agree with that, because it's been an intense dungeon. Alright, so previously, you guys had quite the adventure through the last tiers of the dungeon, fighting centaur mummies and crawling through tight places and almost getting Saxon killed.
Phrasing.
Getting through tight spaces. Fighting things that you guys thought were terrifying that turned out to be too easy to kill. I still love the fact that everybody ran away and almost got Vol killed on that one. And then, entering a room to find out that Gruck could evolve, only to be slayed, and then re-brought back.
And I don't know if you're planning on it, but that is precisely where I would like to pick back up at.
Absolutely.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Specifically, after I am untied from Vol's back and, give myself a good once over, groping my junk, to make sure that it's
Like
fine.
it's still there?
Just to double check.
1, 2, 3. Okay, they're all there. You're
Yeah.
good.
Like, are you gonna start just like jerking it to make sure you can still get hard? Like, how detailed are we getting?
No, just making sure that it passes inspection. That's all.
Still a boy.
And then afterwards, I'm gonna compose myself and inquire as to, well, hey, nice job, guys. I'm back to flesh again. How'd you do it? Nothing.
I'm mad at Saxon. I'm not speaking to anyone right now.
Oh, Saxon's pissed at you. And it doesn't take a high perception to see it.
So you come back to seeing the two of them, like, literally facing away from each other, brooding.
No, I'm not facing away. I'm staring at him.
Saxon's being creepy.
I'm scowling at him.
Okay, so they're looking at each other, got that, like, electric line, anime style between them. Like, almost like fights about to happen.
I'm gonna raise my shield in between the two to break eye contact.
Oh, the urge to just like misty step to the other side of the shield.
I can try to vault over it.
Switch places.
Yeah, basically.
No, seriously, guys. How'd you turn me back?
I will get to you. Ow!
What happened?
Bit of
My
cheek.
computer just gave me a notification and it was really loud.
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
Well,
Oh. I will like break eye contact for just a second to look over to Gruck and be like, I will get to you in a second.
I look at him and really serious and say, I killed you.
Well, apparently
Seriously? What the fuck, man?
Which point do you want me to explain to you?
I mean, you must not have killed me because I'm back to living and back to flesh.
Well, it's complicated. I'm asking Saxon. What do you want me to explain to you from that?
Real quick, Matt, you said that even though I was stoned, I could still see what was going on in front of my statue.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, so I saw the doppelganger and Zach attack him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he hear anything or just see?
See.
Okay.
Yeah, so if anything, my next question is, so how'd you know it wasn't me? It looked like me.
He couldn't cast divine magic. He couldn't cast anything.
Well, I'm glad you were right. How'd you know that? I suppose
I asked-
technically Karuk would know that, and I remembered from last week. So,
I know a lot about magic, even though I cannot use it.
Roll a knowledge religion check, Saxon. See if you can catch on what the point was. Yeah, you're not sure.
Perception to see a confused look on Saxon's face.
That would be insight, actually.
Yeah, he's pretty good at poker facing.
If you want to give a deception, but I'm assuming this is more of a candid conversation for you.
It is.
So you can see he looks a little confused, like he's trying to figure out, like, when you say the whole divine casting thing, he looks a little confused, but he's doing pretty good at hiding it.
Like, again, if I make a silly mistake right now, please remember I was not there last week.
Yeah, no, it's not a silly mistake.
Actually, it was a really good thought too, because I mean, personally, I had absolutely no idea. I wouldn't have put it together in that manner.
So you want to explain it to him, or are you just gonna let him be confused? It's your choice.
I will explain it to him, but I'm gonna use the earring to do it.
All right. Do you want me to
Okay,
explain it,
what-
or do you want to explain it?
Basically, the ability to cast divine magic comes from your faith in a deity, not from your person in general. So, being able to cast it, if the soul transfers from one body to another, the soul in the new body would still be able to cast the same magic.
It's basically the power of fate.
Okay, Matt, OOC, because again, I'm personally trying to remember. How long has it been since the trial?
Not very long at all.
And the trial was arguably the biggest thing going on in the city at the time, yes?
Yes. It's been like
3
a week. 1 to 3 weeks, somewhere in there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it might only be one, because that 2-week gap was before the trial, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
I think it's only 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little over a week, actually. But
I'm glad you were right. But you cannot attack noblemen in this town.
We're not in town.
It doesn't matter. You had 2 witnesses watch you attack a nobleman from Seaport. And if what just happened to me is any kind of proof, you have to do this shit on the down low. Because if they even remotely believe that you're guilty, they're going to nail you to the fucking wall. And unfortunately for you, you're not yet a nobleman, right? Is that
No,
like
he's not.
OOC, right? Okay. So you're facing crucifixion because you decide to make a decision that doesn't involve the 2 people that can back you up.
who did OOC during the game actually back him up, because you both helped attack.
True.
True.
Right.
Slightly delayed, but true.
True.
Okay. Like, if you're gonna act impulsive, eventually you're gonna roll the wrong fucking number.
It wasn't impulsive. It was, first of all, needed, and second of all, calculated.
I love this.
Besides his death, I didn't plan for him to die like that, but
I mean,
That
I
couldn't
think
be
it
done.
means. I
Then
think it means
obviously it wasn't planned well or calculated well.
I believe he means impulsive in the sense that you made a choice and acted on your own based on that choice, which was right and well
Yeah.
thought out, but
Also,
knowledge
for
is
the
king.
record, I'm trying to talk to you like I would talk to a teenager.
I know.
Like, if you're going to make these kind of decisions, you have to involve the other people. Because right now, if I wasn't able to bring him back, you go to jail for murdering a nobleman, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Name
They
not
would
true.
crucify you.
That is not true for one reason. I could prove he wasn't dead. And that he was only affected by a spell.
Then you cancel out the spell, you don't attack the body.
We had no way of canceling the spell. And we had
Yes, we did. I just did it.
That didn't work. He needed to die in order for Grok to come back.
Yeah, he did touch the thing when he was alive.
I tried that. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? You don't teach me how to stay low, okay? You don't teach me how to stay low. Before I was here, I was doing way shadier shit than this. With way more repercussions than just a witch hunt, okay?
He just piqued Saxon's interest hardcore.
No. Not interest.
He'd cut the tension with a knife.
Or an axe.
That's totally intentional, by the way.
I know.
What? What was intentional?
Causing tension.
Yeah, the creating of the tension.
Okay.
Can you... How do I say this? Roll an insight, yeah?
You want me to roll an insight?
Yes, please.
10.
Holy
Roll the
crap.
2. Yeah.
10 is the baseline for any easy DC typically. 5 and then 10. It's like the average roll.
I'm sending you a whisper.
Alright.
You
And then Matt, yes. And then Matt, you can decide what, if anything, Zach understands from what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Hey man, you came back when things heated up. Nice time.
Oh yeah.
So basically, what's happened since last game for you? There's been a lot of stuff that has happened actually. You guys had a few rooms that you went through. It wasn't too bad. But one of the rooms, Gruck's soul left his body, or at least that's what he was saying, and went into a statue and became animated. After talking to it for a few minutes, basically Zach attacked it. You guys backed him up attacking Gruck, and ended up killing the entity that was claiming to be Gruck. Now, Gruck himself, his actual body, during that whole time was a statue. Which, by the way, you had strapped to your back after the combat was over. Until Saxon inadvertently and accidentally, although in his mind probably was not accidentally.
You said it was instinctual when I was talking to you last week.
Instinctual is... Okay, we'll go with that then. Fluke with luck, basically. He was still able to bring back Gruck by touching Goldenrod to the corpse that was Gruck, and Gruck became a flesh and blood on your back, even though you had a statue of Gruck basically on your back. Complicated stuff. Either way, right now Saxon and Zach are currently yelling at each other while about the whole entire event, and you're just kind of there like, whoa. Just observing at the moment. So, Saxon, roll me a d20, please.
One.
Well, that'll
Yay!
work.
Go team.
All right.
Should I, Matt?
What-
Should
what's
I
your-
ask
what's your-
you what?
No, hold on. Let me check something first before you ask anything.
If you're looking at my character sheet, look at the last thing I put under the features and traits, please.
Yes, you can do that if you want.
What I'm asking you is this the kind of roll I should use that on?
Yes.
Because I don't know what I'm rolling for.
Anything that has a d20, and yes. This is the type of thing you want to do that on.
Well, it's
Okay.
a little better.
Alright. Yeah, it's... Zach, you're trying to get a read on Saxon as he's going off on everything here. It's really hard to get a read on him, though. He seems to be genuinely pissed, but maybe not pissed directly at you. But he definitely does seem to be pissed.
Okay.
So,
What the shit?
And I'm smiling.
Nice.
now,
Hang on. Okay, then I have one more thing before I start walking away. And I'm trying to decide how to do it. Zach, is there anything else you would like to say before I do this?
That depends. What are you going to do? No,
I'm not going to attack you.
that doesn't matter. I'm gonna look at. Can I tell that Gruck is smiling?
oh yeah,
I'm gonna look
tusk
at
to
him.
tusk.
I'm gonna look at him with a scowl and say, "What are you so smug about?"
I'm enjoying this. Oh, thanks, by the way.
You're welcome. So, what you wanna do?
Vol, you're really ominous because of the backlight. You're just like this
Oh.
black shape.
Oh, you know, I do what I can.
That's in your head, Zach. And then Saxon's going to turn and walk away.
If you could whisper that to me as well, please, that would be helpful. Just for posterity.
So this might be a stupid question.
Hmm.
Were we level 6 already before we leveled up to 7? Or did we level up 2 levels?
We were 6, and then he told us to go ahead and level to 7.
Oh, well, I didn't level up last time then. I was at level 5.
You were fighting us at level 5?
Yeah.
Well, things are about to get a little easier, I guess.
So,
Hang on.
I realized I was like, we're jumping 2 levels, really? That's why I thought I'd ask. And also, the aura of protection, when I looked up what it was, that was my 6th level feature. When I looked up what it was, I was like, this looks vaguely familiar.
This is vaguely.
yeah, no, we've been using your 6th level feature.
I know,
So-
and that's why I'm like, what is, like, yeah. I just don't have it on my character sheet or anything. So.
Alright, well, I'm glad that you figured out the error and you can get it fixed. Is there anything you guys want to do before using the key and going up to the next level?
I want to ask you something before that.
Alright.
Because we leveled up, did we gain our HP back?
Not all of it, just the HP you gain for leveling.
Okay, so I'm basically 45 instead of 44. 44 instead of 45, yeah. Max HP, okay.
Hey, quick question.
Quick answer.
Sorry. How do I move the Aura Protection into my thing?
What do you mean?
Like, how do I drag it onto my character sheet?
You have to actually type out those things, unfortunately. Although the effect of it is already put onto your character sheet. So.
Okay. So I just type in Aura Protection and just be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah, right about.
If
and then
hang on, Matt, I'm sending you one more.
Okay. Gruck's keyboard is loud.
I'm even trying to go easy on it. Like, that's the sad part.
It's probably because
I'm
your microphone's really
actively-
close to it.
God, maybe. I mean, I got short arms, so I got to lean up in here. But
Hi, kiddos. You guys want to say hi?
You sound like a rhinoceros on a wooden plank.
is that a fat joke? What?
No, I mean the.
Hi.
I wanted to come say hi.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, his camera froze on my end again. I wonder why that does that.
It's most likely just Skype. Fucking with you.
Night night.
It doesn't like me, I guess.
Then I'll,
I can still wave.
Bye.
last question, then I'll leave you guys alone with these.
I
For
love you too,
ability
guys.
score improvement, what do I do with that again?
You gotta go with mommy, okay? Yeah, you gotta go with mommy.
Typically, your options are adding to a ability score by 2, or you can choose a feat. If Paladin is different somehow, then I don't know about it.
No, it's the same all across the board.
So I can choose a feat or add 2 to any of my.
Yeah, I think 20 is the max on the adding of 2, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's level 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, my. Wait, what do you mean?
For getting another ability score increase?
Oh, I looked at the wrong one. Sacred Oath feature.
Oh.
Okay, do I have to pick another oath thing or what?
No, you just gain another feature from your oath that you've already taken. Basically.
So do I
Zach,
make an Oathbreaker for that?
Yes.
I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
My favorite. 4.
4? Okay, hold on 1 second.
Roll the 2 again. What? What are those rolls?
What?
Did he just viciously mock me?
No.
No.
Oh, that's rather disappointing.
I'm not fighting
It's just
that
mockery can deal damage.
I'm not finding that spell, though. That's my problem right now. Maybe one of the words is spelled incorrectly. Hold on.
It is. Hang on. Matt, I'm gonna send you a link. Second page.
Okay. Okay. So that. As this conversation has gone on, you realize, Zach, that,
Oh shit. Matt, hang on. I'll be right back.
Okay. You realize that Saxon, despite his calm demeanor and you being able to resist parts of this, he does become more and more terrifying to you.
Can I tell why?
You cannot. He is just extremely terrifying.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's why I wanted to read it if you would know anything about it or not.
Do I know?
Nope. But,
Do I? Can I?
So you
Can I
are
tell?
you are for the next hour frightened of Saxon. You are paranoid. And you try to avoid the company of others, including Saxon. And you will seek out whatever you consider to be the safest, most secure place to hide for about an hour.
Okay.
That might just be in your mind, but
What?
I was just telling
What'd I
him the
miss?
effects he is under,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
but not where it came from because he can't tell nor can Gruck.
Although you guys know, like, see, I'm sure you guys know it's me.
Well, I mean, yeah, that part was pretty obvious. But OOC is not important.
No, it's not.
I wish I had a potion of heroism right now.
Well, that
Speaking of
shit
which, it's
don't
been an
say
hour
it.
for that.
Yeah.
Has the liquid maintained its properties?
Unfortunately, it has not.
What a waste. Of course, he ended up needing the hit points, so it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. If you guys can mass produce it, it's better. 200 gold isn't too bad if you can do it yourself. So, all right. So, Zach hides somewhere after the conversation. Not sure where.
Well,
Now we gotta wait.
Maybe back in the
For-
treasure room.
For 1 hour. Yeah,
Back with the mummy centaur.
what
I
the
don't
fuck,
remember.
man?
I don't remember the rest of the what's it called, the dungeon.
Well, I mean, the room that we just came out of technically doesn't really have anything in it anymore. So, I mean,
Please tell me he tries to hide in the pit.
Not trying to hide in a pit. It's someplace he feels safe and secure. That's why I thought maybe you'd go back to the centaur room because there's all kinds of treasure there, albeit not like precious treasure. There is treasure.
I mean, yeah, but does any place in this dungeon feel safe and secure?
No.
The only spot he should feel safe and secure is next to Gruck.
But he doesn't seem to want to spend time with you right now. Or anyone.
Well, it's because I'm ugly.
It is. Those manly scars, though. All over your face. Broken tusk.
I mean, it either means that I'm really tough or I'm terrible at defending myself.
One of the two. Well, during that time, though, everybody can take a short rest. If they need to. Refresh things.
Yes.
Do I need to roll for that?
Only if you want to get a hit point back. And you don't
No,
have to.
I mean for the hide.
No, it's just going to be roleplay reasonings. By the way, Saxon, one other thing did happen last week. I did attune you to a new magical item. It is under your character folder. I don't know if you included that with your thing. It's spell. I don't know. Yeah, no, spells only, not features. And that's not... Because that was... Yeah, never mind. But either way, enjoy.
Okay, where am I looking?
Okay, you see the Saxon folder? You open it up, your character sheet's in there, Warwick's in there.
Oh God. Okay, I see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Rod of the Pack Keeper. You're now attuned to that.
Oh, no.
Technically, you're attuned to all three of those, by the way.
I can't read it. It just says right up to there. It goes.
It's basically the best item for a warlock.
Nice.
Yeah. So. And Vol, were you here when we put you at the parapet of wound closure?
The what?
The parapet of wound closure.
I don't remember.
It's a item you're attuned to now. I don't remember if you were here or not. But while you wear the pendant, you automatically stabilize if you're dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die, you regain double the number of hit points rather than just it. So you roll one die, you get your constitution, double it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Basically, it makes you tougher.
Okay. Let me...
It's
Right,
under your folder as well.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right. So, after the hour passes, are you guys ready to proceed up to the next level?
I'm just gonna kind of look at him when he comes back. The fuck was that all about?
I just don't look at him. Go past. I'm tunnel visioning, basically.
Tunnel visioning. Got it.
Wait, Matt, where's that handout?
It's under your folder, under the Vol folder. It says Parapet of Wound Closure. It's the only one in yours that has a
Oh,
picture.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
Alright, so you guys proceed up.
Walk past Gruck, just kind of look at him. Welcome back.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna pat you on the back, and Zach too.
Ah, stupid leg. Okay.
Gruck is happy today. He's been turned into a real boy again.
Real boy again.
So true. So true.
What do you guys mean by that?
Dibs on Jiminy Cricket.
I mean, technically he wasn't wood before, but you know it's the same thing. Pinocchio.
You guys will have to shelter your eyes as you emerge from the staircase, as the light from the day is blinding to you at first. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust. This was apparently a large temple of some sort. Once a major
Before you
building.
start that, can I tell you that I have no vision at all?
You should have some vision.
Everything is dark.
Can you see
Better.
now? Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to click the little button that says you have sight.
I thought you meant in game. I was like, what?
An effect of your spell you didn't realize. This is apparently a large temple of some sort, once a major building. All that remains are the back walls, and enough of the roof to shelter the altar, which is above your guys' head currently. All else seems closed off by fallen debris. Several pillars have fallen and litter the floor. Sunlight filters through holes in the roof 35 feet overhead, which is a maze of chips and cracks. The back wall, which is right behind you, is covered by a bas-relief of a giant bat thing, 9 feet tall with a wingspan of over 20 feet. In the front of this wall is an altar of stone carved to represent a mass of squirming rats, weasels, and worms. On the front of the altar is the head of a screaming bat. Jutting above the altar, on either side, are a pair of sharp-edged metal bat wings, 8 feet long. The floor, in front of the altar, is worn smooth.
Huh.
That looks like a chest of some sort.
Vol, give me a religion check with advantage.
Is the part on the floor that you said was worn? Is there dust on it?
No, it is just worn nicely. There is no dust there. It's worn down, almost very smooth.
Is there a breeze in the room?
Well, yes, because you guys are outside. There's a slight breeze, but not enough to move around dust or anything like that. Thank God for advantage, right?
Yeah.
You immediately realize that this is an altar dedicated to, and you have no idea why you know this, by the way.
Huh.
That is the name, Zotzilla, which was a Orman god, actually, no longer worshipped, and was considered the god of, well, for modern day representation, the god of vampires.
Tupac is still following us behind, right?
Yes, he is. I just didn't bring out his token. And he's carrying his cat still, which has your guys' 1,000 gold seal in it.
That's why I wanted to make sure he's following.
You don't care about Tupac. You just care about the money.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, as long as the truth is out.
I mean, he bit me.
Yes, he did.
And you stabbed me.
Yeah, but I didn't do it willingly.
Still did it.
I just told you.
Well, what else can he say but you're welcome for the gift he's done bestowed on you.
I need to find, what did you call it? Wolfsbane?
Wolfsbane amongst many other herbs in order to cure it.
But that's the rarest.
Yeah, you have, oh shoot, how long was it?
29 days.
It's been 2 days since then. So you have 27 days left.
7 days.
See, what you need is like the heart of a jaguar or panther or something. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Not this wolfsbane stuff.
I'll prefer Wolfsbane. I want to stay human.
There are so many benefits to being turned.
I don't want to be turned and become something like him and point to Saxon.
Just behind
Saxon, you're a were-jaguar?
Just behind Saxon, you see Tupac.
Oh.
Well, I meant a monster, but anyway. That also fits the bill.
Aw, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now, what would you guys like to do?
Touch my earring and Saxon hears in his head, damn, apparently I need to up my game. The little joke, couldn't help it.
I will smile.
You need to get more of those earrings.
I do need to get more of those earrings.
I'm cursed. What else can happen to me? I'm gonna start and search the altar.
Alrighty.
You could always turn to stone.
As you're inspecting the altar, you're gonna find on the back side there does appear to be hinges, indicating it can be lifted or tipped from the front side.
Ooh.
Vol, can you give me a hand, please?
Hold on.
This thing is most likely 3 times heavier than I am.
What are we doing? Lifting it?
There are some hinges that can be lifted.
Okay.
So you're lifting it from the front.
Don't we always lift from the front?
Which way is easier?
Well, the hinges are on the back.
Would it be a strength check or?
It actually is a combined strength total. So, what's your guys' strength together?
26, maybe. What's you have 18 strength?
I have 18 in strength. Yeah.
So 26.
The two of you are not able to lift it.
Pussy.
Gruck.
I don't know if I want to.
You know, you could just
restrictions or anything on it?
No, there is not.
You guys are aware that basic physics makes it easier to push something than it does to lift it?
It's hinged, though.
Yeah. Break the hinges.
That's why he's the leader.
I mean, we are stealing
Right.
shit. Are you sure you want to desecrate this place even more?
It's the god of vampires. You honestly think I give a shit?
Well, it's not that you give a shit. He may give a shit.
You remember the last vampire that he dealt with? Not personally, but
Not personally. Well, you do what you think best.
You guys can
I
try
don't
to
know,
do
I
it.
don't.
You guys can try to push it if you'd like.
I'm just
Break
saying,
hinges.
if you want to lift it, go ahead. It would be, if you're dead set on getting it open, that would be the easier way to do it. Probably.
Well, we could,
You're pretty sure that Vol and Gruk together can lift it without too much of an issue.
I just question whether or not this thing is trapped or going to turn something else into stone or, back from stone or, any of the other half a dozen
Stone-related
things that
things.
we've encountered.
Well,
Throughout
there
the
doesn't
last
seem
couple
to
of
be
days.
any traps on it.
Man, all right, let's do this. It's time for somebody to die.
Somebody must die. All right, so how are you guys lifting it? Give me a good roleplay description.
Me on the right, Vol on the left. We're gonna do a elbow freaking thing to get ourselves psyched up, and then we're gonna grip our fingers into the lid from underneath, and we're gonna poop as we lift it.
Super Saiyan style.
Super Saiyan style. All right.
Matt, the strongest urge to cast prestidigitation when they're about halfway. I'm not gonna.
I was gonna say, what do
but
you want to
the
do
urge
with
is
the...
there. I'm not gonna, but the urge is definitely
All right,
there.
so you guys grab it. Lifting with the legs. You lift it up as you're going up.
Just keep going. Don't judge. Just keep going.
So you two lift it, and as you do, you can hear it from underneath the altar.
Fucking knew it.
The trap wasn't visible on the outside unless you guys lifted it gingerly.
I didn't.
And with
Well, I
that,
thought you dropped
those two
something.
wings go.
I felt like I stood up and fell forward on here.
Do I
You
get
take
whacked?
7 damage.
Do I have enough time before it hits me after the click to say, damn it?
Yes, like
Okay, I
you're
figured.
saying it as it's hitting you.
What's the range on that, by the way?
I just it's like the 5 feet on the sides and the 10 feet in front of the altar. And with that, you guys drop it upon getting hit with that. Vol, you do take 7 damage.
Okay.
And you realize that given the height of it, if you lift it while kneeling, you can lift it up without a problem. You can lift it up a little bit, and you can lift it up. It didn't trigger until you guys were about 6 inches up or so. You may be able to get it a little bit further than that and have Zach slide into the thing to disable it.
No, that was already enough for me. I'm gonna pull out the busted battle axe that I got, go around the backside, and start beating shit out of the hinges.
All right, 10 minutes of
Well,
work.
no, hang on. While he's hitting one of the hinges, I'll Eldritch Blast the other one.
All right, 10 minutes of. I was gonna say 10 minutes of work for one of them. So 10 minutes, and you guys will both be able to get through the hinges, and you'll be able to push it. Although it will take all 4 of you and Warwick, or all 5 of you and Warwick, to actually push it, because there's all kinds of mechanical stuff underneath it that you're breaking off as you're pushing it.
Can I ask, just out of sheer curiosity, does Gruk have to roll to not go crazy?
No, because it's a hostile creature.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
has to be in combat, not just getting hit.
Oh, okay. Because
Traps
that
don't
would
set
have
it
been
off.
absolutely hilarious.
Go to
But,
sleep,
all
go to
right.
sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. So yeah, the altar is open. there is a bountiful amount of treasure laying underneath it. And by bountiful amount, I mean more than you guys could possibly carry. May have been able
That
to
sounds
carry
like
a
the
good
fetus talk.
May have been able to carry most of it if somebody hadn't filled their bag of holding with ash.
Meh.
Either way,
Worth it.
How much is it worth?
There is approximately 20,000 pieces of silver. That's the portion that you guys aren't going to be able to take all of. There is a white metal halberd with a black handle. The last item you were looking for.
I was going to say.
For the dwarf. There is a ring that seems of importance. And then everything else that's interesting is this. I'm just going to paste it.
Is the ring meant to be around a finger or something else?
Finger.
Okay.
Or something else.
The ring itself has a emblem of a shield on it.
Matt, have you ever attempted to bring home an entire trunk's worth of groceries in one trip?
Yes.
Every
That's
single
what
time
we're
I go
doing.
shopping.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
All right. Well,
You're gonna lift up this altar and carry it home.
This is all
YOLO.
underneath the altar, by the way. It was like in a hole under the ground, underneath the altar. Yeah, you guys will be able to get all the little pieces there. With all the available bag space you guys have left, you're going to be able to get about 5,000 silver pieces, but that's about it. You just don't have enough bag space. I mean, like, I'm talking like that's stuff in your pockets, your bags, like, that's as much as you can possibly load up.
Can I check the ring?
Yeah.
Does it have an inscription or something?
It does not, but it does have the emblem of his shield on it.
Can I tell if it's magical or just a very nice piece of jewelry?
You don't have the ability to detect magic, so you're not totally sure, but it does feel slightly warm to the touch.
Can I make an Arcana check on it?
You sure can.
I hope I roll something besides a 2 today.
It's a 2.
12.
Okay. You're fairly certain that if somebody identifies this, it will identify as a ring of protection.
It's a +3?
The halberd, yes.
Jesus.
It was crafted by the guy's father, or grandfather he sent you to get.
Aww.
So.
If no one wants the ring, I will take it.
Yeah, alright.
I mean, I do.
The ring of protection and the cloak of protection are like two of the best items in the game. It gives you a +1 to your AC and a +1 to all of your saving throws.
Yeah. But I don't know, he might need it more so.
Okay.
The only one that doesn't need it, technically, is Vol. Because he has such mad saving throws already.
Mine kind of suck. Besides
Oh,
dexterity and intelligence.
Why does it look like a female torso?
What?
The two things drooping down is the breast, and then the two things coming out looks like abs. Maybe it's just me.
What are you talking about?
On the ring of protection, the middle symbol looks like two boobs, and then the part below it is abs.
I did not see that till you said it.
Protected
Yeah.
by boobies.
Somebody's mind is in the gutter.
Where the fuck do you think my mind always is?
I'm surprised my mind didn't see that. But alright. So, you guys have cleared out as much of that as you possibly can. There's still more in there, though, if you could possibly return someday.
Possibly.
Surely we can.
15,000.
Well,
That's only 1,500 gold, dude.
Oh,
That's like 3 alchemy labs. Paid with
That's
Or
silver.
1,500
And a
really
car.
cheap hookers.
We can send our first batch of
15,000
recruits here.
really, really cheap hookers.
Yeah. Or 15,000 people who are addicted to coke.
a cola.
That's like 300 apprentices.
That we can. No, that's 300 school students that we can sacrifice for our own specific needs.
That's what I said.
No.
Totally.
I swear, officer, the orphanage attacked me.
There is a clear path that leads from here. Everything else seems full of rubble and looks like it will collapse. But you guys are free to leave.
I say we go back in. Just kidding.
You can.
I veto that notion.
Do you think we're missing something, or you just want to go back in?
No, I was just joking. I'm going to make this thing fly.
Animate object could do that. Eventually.
Yay!
You never get animate object.
Can I get a sense of our elevation out here?
You are actually deeper
Outside?
in the valley. You're lower than where you were before. In fact, when you look around, though, you don't see the ziggurat like you saw before. It doesn't seem to be here. Perhaps it was an illusion that led you to the place you are at. But you can see where you are roughly. You are up in the upper part of a valley. Let me switch it back to here. I meant to drag you guys over first. Alright. So, the valley you guys were in originally was this one right there.
Wow, this resolution is terrible.
Give it a sec to load.
Give it a second, yeah. So yeah, it was here's where you guys came in. And right here is where you are now. On the side of that cliff. Or side of that ravine. You can't really see too far out from there. It is very well hidden. Ooh, that was a bad sneeze.
Is there like an animal around?
Do you have detect animals?
No, I mean like, can I see one?
Perception check?
I'm gonna try to check to find one as well.
Yeah, actually, you can hear an animal, up here.
I want to kill it.
I want to talk to it.
Well, actually, wait. How long is it going to take for us to get back?
A day, approximately.
Okay, yeah, I want to kill it.
Alright. Go ahead and move yourself up there and start trying to kill it.
Where is it?
On the north side of the map. Saxon just wanders on up there.
Isn't that the east side of the map?
Yeah, that's technically the east side of the map.
Now, where you said the animal was?
It's up
No.
up above the stone. And actually, you have to go this path over here. The path you're currently on there crumbles too much. And
But
starts
it's
giving way.
so long.
Can I see it when I get to about here?
Yeah, you can. And it'll
Does
be
it see
initiative.
me?
Yeah, it'll be initiative. It's been aware of you guys.
But I'm not aware of him.
Saxon rolled a nat 20 to find him. So it's going to move over. And it's going to take a bite at you.
A bite out of crime.
For 10 damage. This one might actually be a worthy beast to fight.
Sweet.
It's a hyena.
It's a giant one.
It's a giant hyena.
You know
It's
what my
not
character
letting
feels-
me.
What?
It's
You know
not letting me change my. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I don't have the balls to change my thing.
Well, I mean, I got it for you.
Thank you.
He keeps them in a jar on the mantle.
You
No,
should have the ability to do so. I don't know why you don't. So, all right. So
You
what
know,
do you do,
it's got-
Saxon?
Fuck it into submission.
All right. You cast the hex on it.
Yes.
Dark tendrils come out of the ground, wrapping around its legs, holding it in place better for you. Cause more damage. It is at disadvantage because you are in melee combat, so you'll have to roll that again. That'll hit still. And your second attack? And you apparently have not changed that in a while. Or no, it's... Oh yeah, well, never mind. Because you get 2 attacks now. So,
Yeah.
alright.
Boo! I roll a freaking 1 twice. That's
Yes,
bullshit.
you did.
And then at disadvantage. Does 9 hit?
9 does not hit.
Okay.
Do note you can just go into your settings and change to toggle advantage, disadvantage. That's the one I choose to do. It's toggle, or it'll put it at the top of your character screen though, or character sheet. You want me to do that for you real quick, or?
Hang on, I could find it.
All
Move on.
All right. Zach, you can definitely hear combat up there.
I'm gonna hide here and ready my bow.
All right.
20 to hide.
20 is more than enough.
I see it, I shoot it.
Okay. And where are you at? You're hiding at?
Up here, where I'm right
Oh,
now.
there you are. Okay. Gruck, and then roll. Gruck. You can hear the glory of combat happening.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move.
As you're moving up that way, the ground starts to give way under your feet. You
Oh,
realize
crap,
that is
yeah.
not a safe way to go. That's like the first 5 feet you'll realize that. You could go around this way, or you have to go up the way Saxon is.
Well, I might as well go the way Saxon is. Let's see. There's the other 25, and I'll double.
Alright.
So I don't see it, right? Or should I roll deception again?
You're aware of the combat happening up there now.
Oh, okay.
There was a yip, there was a splash, an eldritch blast, probably a noise from Saxon when he got bit for 10 damage.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like Skyrim where the music's playing but you don't see the enemy and you're like, where is it? Okay, does movement still count for combat, or can I move up there and then do all that?
You can still do movement with it, so.
So I don't have to go off my movement speed. I can just move up there, or
No, it's still like we're still in initiative order, so. Like I don't get what you're asking, I guess.
like can I only move 30 feet, or can I actually move into combat?
No, you can only move 30 feet. If you want to use your action to move an additional 30 feet, you can.
I'll just move 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, I'm like right there. Okay, cool. Okay. Where is it at?
Above the wall.
Oh, okay. Alright. That's all I can do for now, or at least I will do for now. Is he within, Does
that hit you, Saxon? 16?
I'm checking. I'm honestly not sure.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
Yes, it does.
Yes, he is. Alright, so it goes to bite you again. It does get a good bite around your torso region, sinking its teeth in, doing 11 more damage to you. By the way, that creature seriously was there. So when you're like, is there an animal around here? I'm like, actually, yes there is, but go ahead.
Huh.
So now it makes me curious. Pink, were you just rooting around for the enemy, or were you just trying to find dinner?
A little of both. Well, okay. Realistically, my first thought was find something we can kill so we can cover ourselves in its blood so we look a little more badass when we get back to town. Then I was like, and we could eat dinner. And I feel like there should be an enemy here.
I was before he found him. I was about to ask, where's the final boss?
Technically, Brooke was the final boss.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so it is your turn then, Saxon. What are you going to do?
Is anybody else around this thing right now?
Nope, just you. Warwick, technically.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
Warwick's invisible.
next turn, but you know.
Warwick is literally sitting down watching you get eaten, laughing. Demons are little.
Can I, like, give Warwick the finger and Misty step back?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, I'm just giving her a hug and kiss. You gonna go lay down over there? You wanna say hi to everybody real quick before you go to bed? Is that okay, Lobby? Okay, say hi. Here.
Hi.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you hear that?
You have a good night.
Say night night. Say night night.
Night night.
Hi, Chloe.
Night,
Good
night.
job, Chloe, girl. I need to. I know.
They say, love you, Uncle Pink. Pink?
I love you too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, Chloe.
That's how important you are, man.
I click.
Oh yeah, that's how you get. And that's with a
cool with
delayed
that.
reaction.
I love you. Oh yeah. That just made me laugh. She can say pink now though, so.
Sweet. Atta girl.
Alright. So you Misty step backwards, where are you Misty stepping to? Okay. If you go over one more square, you can see it still to fire at it.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Warwick's still up here laughing. Telepathically laughing, of course. That'll hit. The eldritch energy blasts from your hands, flying forth, hitting him. The dark energy convulsing with it, causing more damage. And your second attack will fly sideways, impacting into the wall next to it.
Well, I'm in pain.
I'm sure you are. Zach, it did not come your way.
So it's most likely unaware of my...
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna move 30 feet.
Alright.
Here. If I dash, it will hear me, right?
If you're moving... You don't have anything about stealth fast, right?
What do you mean stealth fast?
There's things where you can stealth at your full movement. I don't think you have that ability, do you?
No.
Okay. So basically, stealth is at disadvantage, even if you dash. So...
Yeah, but I'm already stealthed. So
Yeah, but it's still... You moved over the 15 feet, so it'd be disadvantage for stealth to hear... For him to hear you. Unless you want to use your dash as part of that 15 feet, and you move 30 feet, and then you're at normal, if that makes sense. Stealth is weird.
So
How
can I?
well do you trust your dice is what it is.
Sure, I'm gonna go for it. Sure, why not?
See, that's the best.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm gonna do it.
Basically, you can move up there and give me a disadvantage stealth roll to get up there with a bonus action dash.
Oh, I need something decent. That's decent. 20-something, 23.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. See, it's a good thing you trust in your dice.
I have a +9. I trust it.
And somebody's got to trust their dice. I don't.
Yeah.
Dude,
I rolled.
You literally only had to roll a 4 or better for it to not hear you.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
With a +9. So yeah, you can get around the corner and peek a little bit. It does not seem to be aware of you. It is looking through the entrance over here. Like if you're up here, you can see it.
It's about to get a
So you
surprise.
can peek around the corner, fire, and peek, pop back around.
I would like to do that.
Alright.
When someone gets into its face, please.
Alright.
Because I don't want it to start charging after me.
Gruck.
Fucking wait for it to pucker its butthole. I'm gonna go clean past it. Like still within its range, but to the other side of it.
Yeah, it's definitely aware of you. You can go ahead and shoot at it, Zach. You can roll your dice for it at least. And what are you doing then, Gruck, when you get into its face?
I would like to roll a medicine check first to get an idea as to how tough this thing is.
Well, as an arrow impacts into it, it'll give you a little bit better of a choice. You can see
19
Zach
damage.
lean around the corner and let loose an arrow and pull back around quickly before the arrow even impacts into the side of the creature. It does impact deeply into his neck, causing 19 points of damage. It's a pretty good amount. That took about... give me a medicine check. It took about half of the hit points it had left. Gone.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then I will just attack with my Berserker Axe, and I will likely use a War Priest charge.
Okay.
And possibly Divinity if I roll shitty.
All right, you go ahead and roll, and I'll tell you what you. Do you want to use your +10?
Not on that one.
Okay.
Not on that one.
And it's the two-handed, right, or one-handed?
One-handed.
All right, that you're able to sink your axe into it good. Pulling it back out, you're pretty sure one more good blow like that will finish it off.
And I will use the War Priest charge. And this one, I'll go ahead and give the +10.
All right, and with that, you pull your axe out, and just once again, you just Viking style impale the head of your axe right into its head, splitting the skull in half, basically pulling it out. It falls limp dead to the ground, blood splurting all over you as you remove your axe.
Oh, yeah.
And it is dead. And Cole is sad.
He didn't get. Did he even see it?
Now
Nope.
he comes around the corner. You come around the corner to see Vol pulling his axe out and blood splurting everywhere. The giant hyena dead.
Oh my god.
I will once again kiss my axe.
Your lips are now covered in blood too. There's a lips-shaped thing on the axe. Imprint.
What time of day is it?
It is a little past noon, actually.
We're gonna make lunch.
Alright. It does take a little while to actually make lunch. Since you have to, actually skin everything off of it and get to the meat, cook it. It's about a good hour and a half.
Are there any trees around here?
Yes, there are a lot of trees, actually. They're just not represented on the map.
I want to try and find some wolf's bane.
Okay, you can go ahead and give me a herbalism check if you have it. If you don't, it's going to be a disadvantaged nature check.
Grok, can you come and help me? I need to find a plant.
I can as soon as we get done like skinning and de-limbing this whatever it is.
Unless you want to do that, and then Gruk can go look for plants. Or is Gruk enjoying the skinning process?
At the very least, I want to chop its head off.
Okay.
But then I can.
I'm purposefully trying to be messy.
Well, you got plenty of blood coming off of your own right now.
That's a good point. I'm gonna heal myself.
Do we see any small animals?
There are not really any small animals around here. They were probably avoiding the area knowing the giant hyena lived around here.
Well, I'm asking because I would like to try and ask an animal to help me find it as well. Because I have the animal influence ring.
Give me a perception check.
11.
You'll find a couple
Matt,
small
I'm gonna-
critters. What's up, Saxon?
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
All right.
Be right back.
So you'll find a couple critters, but they're a little further away from the area than you were expecting. A good 50 yards away.
That's fine.
Okay. So you'll be able to find them, and it's a bunny rabbit.
Can I give?
If
Can
we
I
can
give?
help.
Can I give guidance to my search?
Yes, you can. For you, it'll be a wisdom herbalism check with guidance.
I'm gonna give him advantage and put the rabbit to help him. Maybe it knows something about a forest.
The rabbit is helping you. You do have to use a charge on animal friendship in order to get it to subjugate to you, but yes. While you are able to find a lot of different herbs, and several of the ones that were mentioned in the requirements to cure is lycanthropy.
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 Thank you. My mind was. I'm tired.
Lycanthropy. It's like a spa
I can't
for
even say it.
lichens.
You even said it, and I can't even say it. Yeah. To
Lycanthropy.
cure the wearism, you do not find wolfsbane.
Oh.
But you did find about 75% of the requirements for it, as well as a few things about 15 gold worth of materials used for crafting healing potions.
Well, hello.
Can I make healing potions with alchemist tools?
Actually, regular healing potions and the other are used for herbalism kit. You don't need a full alchemy lab to do it. You can do it with alchemy lab, yes, but you just need a herbalism kit to make regular healing potions and antitoxin potions.
So I found 70%, you said?
Yes. You need, you still need a special liquid for it, which is literally the blood of a jaguar and
I have that. That's fine.
and wolfsbane.
So I just need wolfsbane. How rare is it?
It's fairly rare.
I don't like how this is going.
It's fairly rare. Some herbalist shops do carry it. It has more than one use. But the only place to actually find it is up in Thorburn in a valley called the Valley of the Lost.
So I could find it maybe in the town?
Possibly in the town, but it is very expensive.
What do you mean by very, very expensive? What does it mean for it?
It means it's very expensive. It's usually for like a small twig of it, about 500 gold, and you need like 4 twigs.
Just ignore what I'm doing. I'm just saying what all this stuff does.
Okay.
Well, I'm fucked.
That or you go up to the Valley of the Lost, or you just embrace it. Yeah, those are your choices.
But I don't want to do either. Either sound bad.
Can it be cured after the fact?
Yes,
No.
but it's much more difficult. Alright.
I guess I'm gonna have to steal it.
I put you on the world map. The Valley of the Lost is up here. Why didn't I ping it up there? Force move.
Okay.
Oh, hey, cool. We can get there from Awin.
You can get there from Iveland too. Or, yeah, that's the closest teleportation circle.
How long will it take us to get there?
That's what I was just looking to see. You go as the crow flies. Math. Not working for me right now.
Common Core, motherfucker. 2 + 2 = 3.
Common Core. It would take approximately, if you teleported to Iveland today, it would take 41 days.
So I'm fucked either way.
So, and that's
What?
that's on
Wait,
foot.
what?
That's without a guide. A guide can get you there in 20 days.
What the fuck did I just miss?
He's trying to figure out how to cure his. John,
Because
say it.
Lycanthropy.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I keep saying it wrong.
Yeah, he's down to the Lost Valley in Thorburn, or buy it for like 2,000 gold.
I can steal it as well, but
Yeah, or steal it.
I need to find it first.
Or become indentured to somebody.
I could probably get my hands on it.
This
How
is
would you
me
do that?
with a...
you
Saxton
offer?
has a big smile on his face.
Alright, so you guys will be able to eat, make merry, cover yourselves in blood, whatever you're wanting to do. You find some stuff. It is closer to 3 o'clock now in the afternoon by the time you guys are done with all of the mini celebration there. And you realize that you can at least get most of the way out of the Valley of the Dead, or Valley of Death, before nightfall. You could get to the. You'll be able to get yourself at least to the summit by probably about 8, 9 o'clock, depending on how hard you push your guys' selves, which is a good place to camp.
I vote for that.
That is probably fair, but on the road, I have a question I would like to ask.
of.
If nobody has, well, specifically towards Vol. Vol, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, if you found yourself the leader of one of the strongest armies in the world, how do you feel about that?
Well, with my experience, I would feel really good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I thought that you might, and I didn't know whether or not anybody else had thought about this. But one of the reasons I was trying to train these mercenaries and start a guild type thing, is because then theoretically, once amassed, all of the different people that we've trained that are part of the organization would, come together as one of, if not the strongest fighting forces that the world has ever seen. And it seems clear to me that you would be the natural selection to be the leader of said army.
And why do you say that?
Look on Saxon's face.
Because you are big, you are strong, you are a force to be reckoned with in combat, and you have a way with words. In my opinion, you embody exactly what the world will see in a great leader.
Well, I guess we'll see when the time comes. We have to get
True,
to that first.
it's a long ways off, to be sure. But I guess I was just curious as to whether or not you thought about it.
I haven't, but now I am. Except I think my whole thoughts on an army would be a lot different than your thoughts of an army and what the uses would be for.
I mean, that is, of course, hard to say.
But in due time, I guess we'll see.
We can, it's something that can be brought up to more detail later, of course. Like, next year.
Yeah. Well, I guess then let's get this army going.
I'll go back to my, road ration.
Hey, Matt, was there anything in that temple pertain at all to anything with my journal at all?
No.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything I missed or anything. Because I forgot all about that journal until now. And what the heck I'm supposed to be looking for.
Actually, that does remind me. Hey, Zach, you remember that parchment that has the beginnings of the Olden language on it? Do you still need that?
What? Can you ask me again? I was reading something. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Like fairly early on in the dungeon, we found a parchment that had basically like the beginnings of the Olden language, something for you to go off of to start learning it. Do you still need that?
If you let me transcribe it, you can have the original.
Okay, if that works for you, because I would like to turn that into the Mystic Sanctum.
I don't care what you do with it. I just want to transcribe it before.
Oh, we haven't left the island yet. Okay.
No, you're still on the island. All right, so you guys will be able to basically backpack up with a lot of work because you guys are heavily laden with treasure at this point. To the top of the summit where you will be able to camp for the night. You are only a day away from the town itself, from Seaport, after the long walk in the Pool of Life and all that stuff. They consider this a pilgrimage going to the God's Tower for a reason. Even on the island itself, it is a bit of a trek. So
it doesn't rain at any point, does it?
Not the season for rain.
Okay, good. I didn't
Was
want the
there
blood
any-
to be washed off.
Was there anything pertaining to that vampire god that I could take before we left?
Not in that area, no.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
You guys did leave some treasure for it, though. Which is good, because that particular piece of treasure was cursed. I do want to take a moment, though, guys, and just ask, what did you guys think of the adventure?
I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I went
It was
10 and a half weeks, so...
I mean, it was enjoyable to work through.
I'm pretty sure that was probably my first dungeon.
That was a lot of people's first dungeon. I can tell it's
Yeah,
a
actually, I
little
was gonna
dated,
say.
because a lot of the traps and stuff were things that a lot of adventurers now are very aware of, and very keen to look out for. You guys actually circumvented some huge traps. I was telling Zach, like, one of the things when you guys were fighting the Oni, that liquid down there, if you guys had touched it, it required a dispel magic to get rid of it, and if not, the person dies. And Gruck, you were the one who almost fell into it. Like, there was
Luckily, I gave you advantage.
yeah, there was
For that
so
one.
many moments that you guys almost died, like that you guys didn't even realize how close you were to death. Whoa, what just happened?
I don't know what just happened.
On Skype, something just happened on Skype.
No, I gave like a weird snort out of my nose. Does that count?
Well, okay, no,
I don't know. I can't.
Okay, no, it must have had me loaded out because I hit the button and it loaded me back in from scratch, so I don't know why.
okay, yeah, it just went like weird angles on it.
Huh.
So yeah, but I can see that it's definitely one of the first dungeons ever made. So, 40 years of dungeons made thereafter have been based on things like this. So I can see why it's a little dated. But I thought it was a really good update for it.
It was fun.
So
Yeah.
it definitely took longer than I expected. I will not deny that. So it definitely was a longer adventure than I expected. But yeah, like overall, what would you give it? Like, let's say 1 to 5.
4.
Yeah, around there.
I mean, my experience is significantly more restricted, but a solid 3. I don't have a lot of other dungeons to compare it with.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't tend
I'd
to
say
run
a
dungeons
4.
in my games. So
I like it if we're gonna do dungeons. I like them to last a while.
yeah,
That was
But-
a definite bonus, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it could have
I
lasted
like-
about 3 sessions less, because I was starting to get antsy about 7 gaming sessions of it, where I was like, okay, let's get back to the story, but because it was 10 and a half weeks.
I'm guessing some of that was because of the players, too, because
Yeah.
our progress was pitifully slow for a good portion of it.
I think a normal group could probably get through this in like 3, maybe 4 gaming sessions, but you guys tend to roleplay very heavily, which I love. Do not get me wrong. That is my favorite part of this group. But it does mean it takes a little longer. So,
One thing I liked about it was that it was kind of balanced to a point with like roleplay, combat,
yeah.
searching.
Or like
playing,
he was able to
whatever.
get past some of the things with communication rather than fighting.
Yeah, that I
Yeah.
enjoyed too. It gets dungeons have a tendency to get a little more boring if it's just room combat, room combat, room combat,
Hmm.
room puzzle combat, room combat.
Yeah.
Investigate, sneak, and kill. Yeah, basically.
Didn't you say that we could go through that whole dungeon without combat if we really tried?
You could go through the first floor without combat if you really try. After that,
Oh.
the things in the second floor are very hostile. So, you guys
Gotcha.
actually made it a good portion of the way through without any combat, though. So, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks before you guys actually had any combat. So,
Yeah. I don't, it still feels weird to me that I am legitimately disappointed that I wasn't able to roleplay the death of my own character. I mean, considering you put me in that position of trying to convince everybody that the statue was nothing, and it's weird that I actually wish I would have been able to do better at that to, end my character's life.
Don't sell yourself short, dude. You actually did an excellent job. Like Zach was telling me. Actually, Zach, you can say, or you telling me.
Yeah, you did well, man. I mean, for example, when I first started to stab you, when I tried to stab you, I actually was 100% sure that you were an imposter, But by the end of it, I was around 20% or something.
So you did an excellent job for being impromptu and just like thrown in your lap. I thought that was a very good role play for doing.
Thanks.
So I very much enjoyed that. I was sad that Saxon and Vol were not there for that part of the role play because it would have been. I think if you two were there, that role play would have gone on a lot longer and been a lot more intense.
Yeah, way longer.
That's possible, definitely. Well, while we're on the road, I have another question I would like to ask.
Absolutely.
This one's a bit more generic, so I don't know. Obviously, we have some things to do when we get back home, like clearly, and I'll jingle my pockets as, a response to that. But after we're done with that and the interaction that we're going to have coming up with the dwarf and his brother, because, you guys might not have heard yet, his brother is there now too, and they've already started doing things.
Cousin.
What? Cousin, yeah, that's right.
Cousin. The dwarf brought his
started
cousin.
doing things.
Yeah, his
Ambrosia
cousin
is pissed.
We let one person in, and then everybody thinks they just come in.
Yeah, his entire family is going to be there like in a month probably.
That's how dwarves work, man. You let one in.
More soldiers for us.
I guess we could use some yard gnomes.
Yeah.
Dude, that makes me want to get gnomes into your guys' place and make those be your guards for the place so you have guard gnomes. That would be so cool. Sitting there with their spears, wearing red hats. Why do we have to wear these hats?
And don't move!
I said so.
That would be awesome.
But I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention when the dust settles and we are not currently busy on something. I would very much like to travel to Awin. It is a bit of a personal matter, but I believe that for at least part of it, I will need assistance. Because I don't know what sort of reception I'm going to get.
Well,
after that, somebody will be killed, and it's either going to be me or somebody else.
I'm game. I need to go to Awin anyway to find something.
I would like a little more information.
How much?
Who else is going to die?
Well,
after we're done,
partly.
someone's going to die, either me or somebody else. So that still leaves the entire population of the world, myself included.
Well,
his name starts with, it rhymes with accent.
when I left, it wasn't by a whole lot of choice, and through actions of mine, I was left for dead. Those that left me, I don't know what the reception will be upon my return. Hence, I probably am better off not going alone. After that, it depends on who's still there, who's still alive, and other things.
And, I guess everybody will see me touch the earring as well. Unless you're really not looking.
Make sure to send it to me as well after you're done.
Right?
You okay, Vol? I usually snip these parts out when it's just a lot of typing. This typing is loud. I think I feel like my keyboard's loud too when I type though.
One other thing, but I'll say that. Still touching the earring and Warwick. Still touching the earrings. I can give you more details later.
I'll nod.
Chloe's passed out on the couch. She does this every Wednesday. She wants to spend time with me, so she goes and passes out on the couch right over there.
Oh,
That's cute.
It is really cute.
I will remove my finger from the earring and look at Vol and Zach. Like, so what do you guys think? Are you willing to help me out with this?
I gotta go to AWIN anyway, so sure. Gotta start somewhere.
Speaking of anything that you're looking for, I'm from AWIN, so I might have a general idea to help get you started, unless you know what you're after and where it is.
I need to go someplace where men go mad.
Can I roll a history or something on that?
You can roll a history check with advantage since you are from AWIN.
Alrighty. Can I guidance it as well?
This is more of a impromptu thing, so no.
Okay.
There's an old children's rhyme about a ancient temple where men go mad. It was a warning more for kids not to go there. One of those type of scare 'em nursery rhymes.
Kind of quarter vowels-ish, kind of.
Yeah.
If I remember the rhyme itself, then I will relay all of it.
Yeah, you do. And you're actually even somewhat familiar with where the temple is in there. But you've never actually been to that specific area of AWIN. It is along the southern coast of AWIN, though. So, along the southern coast, on a small peninsula west or east of the Prime River. So,
West of the river?
East of the river. So, here.
And what river?
Let it load for you guys for a second. This is the Prime... It's not... Okay. This is the Prime River. And it is somewhere to the east of it. It's between this city here and the Prime River.
Which one again? This city? And there?
Yep.
Okay, so somewhere in this area.
Somewhere in that area. Possibly more to the east, possibly more to the west. Just somewhere between those two areas.
We can travel all you want, but I first need to get a cure.
I first think that we should check with Istal. He might have something. And if he doesn't, then he might have an idea of where we might be able to find it besides Thorburn.
Hopefully.
One of the advantages of a shady man like himself, having a relationship with him.
What a mini, yes. Alright, well, the journey back will be very uneventful, and you guys will return the day after that. It's like you get up to the top of the ridge, you camp, and towards nightfall the next night, you are back in town.
Yay, sleep!
So you guys have been gone for a total of 6 days. It has been 4 days since lycanthropy, whatever the word is.
Lycanthropy.
So I have
set in.
24 more?
Yes. So, upon returning to town, being as exhausted as you are, you guys will head, I'm assuming, straight home first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta unload.
Alright.
And figure out what the heck's going on at our place.
So you'll be able to grab the thing, and you guys will come back to your place. As you guys are rowing up to the front, you can hear definite language being spoken, a very brash nature. One in Dwarvish, one in Elvish.
$10 on ambrosia.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is she cursing at them in Elvish?
Yeah, no, that's not the Dwarvish that's cursing. It's the Elvish.
That would
Seriously,
be awesome.
10 gold on ambrosia.
I mean, she can most likely kick his ass, but I don't know.
So, you guys will get up to the dock where you can, tie up your.
What are they saying anyway?
Basically, they are arguing over placement of something. You're not sure what the subject matter is because you missed that part of the conversation. But it's like, no, you can't put that there. What are you fucking stupid? I said you cannot fill anything in this room until they get home. He goes, well, do damn well whatever I want to do. Things like that. You're pretty sure, like, half the reason she's yelling is mad, and half the reason because he's deaf as shit.
Okay.
So, yeah, you guys will be able to come in to see the two of them in the main area, basically over here. They're just yelling at each other. As you guys unload, though, you will notice that there are trees and bushes, plants that were not there before, statues that are in place that were not there before. There's quite a bit of things changed. It actually is starting to look like a real manor.
I have a fountain.
You have a fountain.
If they fucked with anything in my room, people are gonna die.
So you guys come in, and he'll look and go, all right, they're there. Now I can put it in here. Fuck off, you stupid bitch. And she's like, you can just see, like, she's about to blow her top, just turns, like, angry and just stomps off.
By the way,
He takes
before
a
we
deep
get...
breath and goes, women. They're worse when they're elves. And you will notice he still has his peg leg, by the way.
Ah, fuck! I wasted my wish! I could have been cured! I'm gonna kill him!
I am going to give the bag of holding to Warwick and tell him to go and,
Dust the room.
dust the room.
Keep it off your bed.
Leave. Leave the bed alone. I don't care about ghosts being there. I don't want them dancing on my face while I'm trying to sleep.
So you see the bag of holding float off down the hall. You can hear a menacing giggle, cackle, as it's going.
I'm gonna kill him with his own peg leg.
However, he does have both eyes now. He did have a patch over one eye.
So basically we're going for a lobotomy. Okay.
So. You have a feeling he argued with the thing to get a new eye rather than a new leg.
Well, he's going to lose both eyes now.
I mean, that seems a bit rash.
Rash, you're not the one who's cursed to turn into something.
I think you're wrong about it being a curse.
Yeah, Tupac's like, curse is the wrong word. It's blessing.
Then bless this one, and I point to Greg.
He raises
I'm
an eyebrow at you.
I'm thinking about it.
So
Okay, it's been a couple of weeks, but it's only been like a day in game or 2 days in game. Didn't you ask for it?
No, it's because I grabbed the one bear, so then Tupac turned to flesh and attacked me and missed. And then Zach like ran up and attacked him because he had like a silver bladed sword or something.
Yeah.
So he knew that it would actually damage him, and then he drew aggro and couldn't get away from him
And bit
in time afterwards.
and failed his Constitution saving throw.
And has a low AC.
I rolled a 2 or something. Very low. And I have a +1, so there's that.
Now you have a +2.
Yay.
Hey, it's better than a +1.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, y'all. I'm very happy you're back. Took you long enough. Did you get my stuff?
No.
Is this one about jokes?
I'm gonna look at Saxon. Confused.
You're saying
guess.
that? You're like, no. Gruck's holding the halberd, like.
This is not yours. I found it. It's mine.
I mean, my look is going to say I expect better lies than this out of Saxon. Like, I don't.
That's all he said.
Let's start handing him stuff.
Yeah, basically what was gonna happen, did you get my stuff? No, as the fucking halberd's being pulled out, and I'm just gonna start walking the other direction. Like, I don't have time for this. Did you get my stuff? No. What the fuck else do you think we did out there?
Like each item, he'll be very happy. He'll look at the halberd for a moment, put it in his haversack. The gauntlets, he puts them on. And looks in the mirror, and you see a very hardened person here, and it looks like for the first time in probably a decade or two, he has a single tear roll down his cheek as he looks in the mirror, and he puts it in his pocket.
For goodness sake, get yourself back together.
Thank you for getting those items for me. I'm now yours. So, I may have started while you are gone. Like I said, divination said that you were the right ones to work for.
We heard you on the way in, and as far as I'm concerned, you can do whatever you want to while we're gone, as long as you can put it back when we get, back in if we don't like it.
Some of the things are easy to change. A lot of the things I've done, though, are very permanent. You want to see?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to run a teaching people, yes.
Training camp.
That's the word, training camp. Well, you can't have a good training camp without having a bar. So that's the first thing to put in.
You're kidding.
No.
I'm a Vol. That's awesome.
With that, another dwarf will come in. This dwarf is considerably younger than this one. He is...
Oh my god, they're multiplying!
Yes, they are. He is a little bit shorter than his cousin, but he is wearing a large overcoat that is made of fur and a fur hat. Very, Russian style, hat.
My name is Vladimir.
Not Vladimir. Close. Boris.
Boris.
Is he a spider?
No. This is my cousin. We're working on all this together. I'm gonna go lay down now. The dwarf just walks off, literally, mid-sentence. The first one. Which you still don't know his name, by the way. You never have asked his name.
Don't care.
Eggy.
It might come into play at some point. We'll see.
Maybe. And so he'll.
Eggy. We already decided this.
Yolo, my name is Boris. I am better with communication than my cousin. What do you wish to know that we have done already while you are gone?
He said there's a bar.
Hey, and it is partially stocked now. We have some vodka and ale.
Vodka. It's like...
All right, Chekhov, let's go have a drink while you walk us through what's happened.
Alright, so basically he will walk you around, showing you most of the changes have been to this level. They have added in barracks style rooms and stuff for servants that they're planning on bringing in. They have furnished the kitchen as well as putting in counters for the kitchen. By the way, this is 6 days. You guys have only been gone 6 days.
They also have men?
Not yet. They have a few people that have come and unloaded things. They have tables set up in here, and in here, as well as on the upper floor for you all. They have the bar set up here. They have a whole round bar, and behind it is the stage.
Hey, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Are these two guys like groping each other?
What?
Is this a statue of two men groping each other?
It's two men wrestling, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
basically,
So,
yes.
So technically,
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah. The statues were all chose by Ambrosia, so
Of course.
Oh, Jesus.
she may have chose that one for a specific reason. Who knows? They did add doors to every single door frame. So now every place that there's supposed to be the door, there actually is a door. The basement, they have added in security doors. They're basically jail doors to the whole lower half of the area, as well as building a proper fence and gates for the rust monster area. The only other thing they did is they added a fountain, a couple trees on the second floor's balcony, and some stuff over here for you guys, basically, for that. But they did not touch any of your actual rooms, nor have they chose rooms for themselves. They have been sleeping in the rooms that they have made previously, waiting for you to choose the rest. The loudmouth one, Ambrosia, she said we could not do anything to upper floor till you are back. That main floor is only floor we could touch. And even that was with much argument.
So, is it cold where you're coming from? Just curious.
Here and there. Mostly underground. Do not worry about upper air most of the time. But I have spent majority of life elsewhere. Not in Iveland.
What's your name?
Boris.
Boris. Okay.
What was Ambrosia's problem with what you wanted to do with the in the upper floor?
She know you have plans for everything here. I do not know the plans. She did not know plans. She did not want to step on your toe.
We appreciate that. I think technically we're still working out some of the details on that part.
Well, cousin and I have idea about this. I have been working on idea of doing this for a while, and he approached saying you all want to do it, and I looked into it with divination, and with that I find you are proper candidates for making dream come true.
What dream?
Dream of brotherhood. A group of mercenaries fighting for money and together.
Oh, private army.
You know, Brotherhood's probably a better PR call.
What, than private army?
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
I mean, at least to start with, yeah.
This is a brotherhood of warriors, not This is our private army, because
we're a group of like-minded individuals that band together from past experience.
These
And
are
we
the
like
people
to-
that are willing to die for us. You better do what we say.
We also like to ride Harleys.
Hey, where's my shrine for Hecate?
Oh, they took that down.
Oh yeah, destroyed the shit out of it. They asked us like 2 days ago while you were sleeping.
The statues for God's order take time to make. It will be 3-4 months before they arrive. Making proper altar.
Can you guys make ships as well?
I do not make ship. I teach. I
You
fight.
make shit. Shit.
I have other things for you and concepts to talk to you about, but you seem tired. You should sleep. We talk in morning.
That is a good plan.
I will say this into Gruck's ear. Somebody should probably go talk to Ambrosia. She seemed a little PO'd.
I will nod and head off.
I'm gonna follow you then because I need to get some. I need to get a potion going.
Is this Saxon's room?
The one in the lower left? Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's awesome.
looks like hellfire in there. It mostly is an illusion. Mostly. It's kind of hard to see because of poor resolution on it. But in the right here, when it loads a little bit, there is a demon chain there. That's not an illusion. That is not an illusion. There is a succubus chain in his room.
Yes, it is. Can you see what I'm doing?
Also, the stone altar carved to look like it is a pile of skulls is not an illusion. And the pile of skulls totally is an illusion. There's
As is all of the ghosts that are about to be in there.
There literally is a pile of skulls over there. And all
Oh, I was gonna say it's not. It is an illusion, or it's not an illusion.
Oh no, the skulls are totally an illusion.
Oh,
Definitely an illusion.
that's terrible. I was hoping I was going to be able to help actually make that not an illusion by supplying it with proper skulls.
You even have a little
Too late
torture
for that.
torture chamber in there. So
Like, if anybody asks, everything in that room except for my bed is an illusion, and I will roll a deception check.
but Warwick was allowed to decorate it however he wanted, and that is how he chose.
I am going to ask about every single piece of everything that is in his room if I ever see it.
Nobody's been in this room except Saxon and Warwick. So
No, I've never even gone to the door.
I'm sure someone somewhere has heard a scream.
I like the line of statues all standing guard.
Damn.
Yeah.
Get out. Go.
Don't
So-
tell me what to do, bitch.
Yeah, Zach, I had no idea what you wanted to do, and you were still so new. You barely have a bed in your room.
Where's his room at?
The one that has a bed in it.
It's mostly minimalistic, like a lot of shelves. Maybe if I can get on books.
And that's something you'll be able to start building in. Basically,
That one?
yeah. They've all sunk a little bit of gold into their rooms to make it look the way they are, so it'll be something. Now, you guys will want to divide up the gold at some point to figure out exactly how much there is. I did the initial part of it, but there's a little bit more to do than just that. So...
I was actually wondering too. I don't know how far in you were at the time, but I don't see a cutoff point with a total on it. So
No, basically, each block you'll see a number underneath it. That's the number for that block above it.
oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
I have not done the bottom block because you got most of that today. And all the magic items are separate from the gold. So, you guys do have your vault. I don't know if you noticed the vault is actually redone.
I noticed it.
They actually listened to Ambrosia for that portion of it. So she is actually not mad about the vault. It has proper shelves now, although they are mostly bare, and 4 large cabinets that have drawers that pull out, and a small desk with a scribe station basically there to document what's in there and what's been taken out, who's doing it, stuff like that.
Nice.
Basically, Ambrosia's request for you guys and everyone basically is if you take anything from there, to take her down so she can document everything going in and out of the vault to make sure it is proper.
I would ask. Well, I'm not there. Never mind.
These are things she would tell you guys all over over a while. Now, what were you gonna ask?
I was just gonna make sure she documented everything that we took down to the vault from the trip.
That's part of what she's gonna be doing.
Okay.
Basically, I'm gonna make another a handout. Let me make it right now. It just says non-magical vault. Everybody's gonna have access to it, but I'm gonna have you guys. It's gonna be above your, or right there in your party loot, right there next to it, so you guys can basically document what treasure you're keeping in there, and if anybody has to withdraw it. So that way, basically, because she is meticulous in it. So. Anything in the magic item vault is in there. If somebody needs some of the items, like I think, for example, Zach has the Ring of Protection now. I'll move that down there. But you guys still have spell scrolls. Actually, let me move a couple more items. Just for my own point right now. That, Mirror of the Past, and the Halberd. Okay. By the way, it does look like both the dwarves have sunk quite a bit of money into the place. There's many, many changes that have been done and many things that have been improved since you guys have been gone.
So do we need to pay them for those things, or what?
You're not sure. He said you guys would talk more in the morning. So.
Well, I mean, they're not really going to get it much if that's what they're after, and then they should have waited too.
So I'm assuming they will be, aptly ready to, deal or something.
They most likely want to sit at the table or something when you make the army.
Do we have a main meeting room,
Not yet.
a table where we?
That is something you guys will want to do, and you will want to line it with lead. I'd recommend the basement. I believe you guys actually talked about one of the rooms.
Yeah, this one split off by itself in the bottom left corner?
Yeah, I believe that's the one you guys talked about doing.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about that one.
Which one?
Yeah, the one down here.
Hold on, I can't see it. Oh, okay. The old jail cell where we found the mentally ill guy?
He's not mentally ill, all right?
The slow guy?
Well,
he's just relaxed.
He's very relaxed. Does anybody in here watch Critical Role?
Yeah.
No.
I keep meaning to.
The second season's out. They're 13 episodes in. I recommend starting it if you have a chance. It is a very amusing game to watch. They have a Furbolg in that game too. One of the shopkeepers is, and it amuses me because the DM ended up playing him almost exactly as I play Seer.
Nice.
Well, how you doing there? Oh, I can do that for you. Let me take a look. So I'm glad that I caught the embodiment of it. So, but yeah. So yeah, you guys will have to put a little bit of money into that. Obviously, it won't be a round table, even though I'm sure it would be okay with most of you to put a round table. Saxon probably wants one portion of it straight, so that he's the head of the table.
I mean, now I do.
I mean, that could also be determined simply by the positioning around whatever table in the room based on the layout of the room too.
Theoretically, too, if
because
we're making a table, how many of us are there?
You don't know yet. There's right now
well,
4
I
of you.
mean, theoretically 4.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
If you include Ambrosia, which I mean,
No.
No.
yeah,
He didn't even give it a thought. Like, nope.
Ambrosia's a slave.
well, I mean, yeah, he sees her as a slave. I see her as, you know,
A valuable asset.
like really, really good hired help that you don't want to lose, but you know, technically isn't being paid by us, at least not yet.
I see her as really, really good hired help that we can't lose because we own her.
I mean, yeah, until the person that does actually own her decides to take her back because we're not doing what she asked in the first place.
We've been gone for 2 weeks, and I was under investigation for a lot of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, you guys have had her. She's been here for more than a month. It's actually
Okay.
coming up on 2 months that she's been with you guys so far.
My personal thoughts on it, I think it should just be us.
Like, and then we just make a square table, and then everyone can assume they're the head.
But you can do that with a round table.
No. Actually, it should be a triangle, because technically Zach isn't a nobleman yet.
That's true. Oh no, that's true. And then like we could have the big triangle table like in the center of the room, and then we could have like a small table with short chairs in the corner.
Fuck you guys.
And that's where he eats his meals with the dwarves. John, that is the funniest thing you have ever said. Hang on.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not that funny. Pig's reaction.
I mean, like I figured it was good for a chuckle. I didn't realize it was gonna do that.
I'm sorry. It's just the notion of relegating one of the players to the kiddie table just for some reason.
Could you imagine playing D&D that way, actually? Like, literally at the table? Alright, you're on the kiddie table. We're role-playing the person... Nope, no words from the kiddie table yet. Adults are talking.
No, seriously. Like, I want to do that now.
I mean, I'm guessing that's not gonna work.
Oh.
Why not?
Because
if we had a triangle table, then he would have to wait for one of us to die before he can move up.
well, I mean that depends. He's proving useful.
I love how you're talking about this in front of Zach, too. He's like,
yes?
I'm right here.
Oh, he's here.
I'm gonna take Tupac and leave them behind.
Go drain Tupac, huh?
Yeah, I have
Ambrosia will help you with it, but she says you're gonna have to get the wolfsbane before we can combine anything together. It's better to have fresh blood than stagnant.
Question. This is kind of off topic, but not really. Is there plans for Yananoli to come back?
I don't know, actually. Have you talked to Tim recently?
I have not.
Did I see on Facebook that he got married?
Maybe?
So
I don't know. I wasn't.
I
trying
thought
to
I saw something about
side
Tim
track.
Chow's wedding. I'm like, wait, what?
It's very possible. I know they were together for a while, and he had like every intention of marrying her. Whether or not it's actually happened, I don't fucking check Facebook, so I wouldn't know.
Fair enough. Yana Noli actually is the only person that has been hired back. He is the official cook here now. They have taken him away from the Red Dragon Inn, and he actually... That's why there is a bed in here. That was one of his stipulations, was to have a bed in the storage room.
So no one will steal food.
So he sleeps in the storage room next to the kitchen.
Well, that makes sense then.
So he is here. He's just not part of the party right now. I hope he comes back, though, because I would love for him to be part of the party again.
Yeah.
So, but,
I'm pretty sure the last memory I have of him was stuffing his pockets at that party that we crashed.
and now he's living
And
in a
then-
place as elaborate as that.
Yeah.
Every day you come in, he's like, I need a new iron pot. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Also, we're out of darts. There's like 3,000 darts in his room. Yeah, we're out of darts.
By the way, does she know anyone who would sell Wolfsbane?
Yes.
I mean, I can try to use my background as well to try and find people. I forgot about it. That would sell Wolfsbane.
I do know some people that would sell Wolfsbane. It is not a cheap product, though. But one of them does owe me a favor. If I cash in on that favor, though, you will owe me a favor.
I'm fine with that. As long as you can get me rid of this fucking thing.
I could probably get it for about half price. Is about the best I'll be able to do. It is still a dangerous trip up there, so I can get it in 2 days. It'll take a little bit of teleportation. Is this something
How
you want
much?
to do?
How much?
You need 4 portions. I can probably get it for about 1,000 gold. Now, have you guys divided up that gold yet?
I'm totaling what's on the bottom section now.
Okay.
I think I need like 2,000 gold or something total for myself. With the dagger. I think I'm going to pound the dagger as well if I don't have enough.
Oh, there's more than 2,000 gold. Trust me.
I need to get the goggles of night, and I need to make the alchemy lab.
Like, I'm not sure exactly how much there is, but there is a lot of gold in there. Like, you guys were able to bring back that 400 pounds of jade.
Yeah, that alone you totaled at 2,000 gold.
Yeah, like, Vol had a hard time carrying it and everything else he was, but because of his packing trait, or feat, he's been okay with it. But yeah,
And the golden seal.
he carried 400 pounds of jade.
Oh, shit.
That thing's worth 2,000 gold by itself.
I mean, we do need to make sure that a good chunk of this money goes towards
Well, that's something you guys will have to
the
discuss.
house.
So the next morning, either way, while he's doing this, we'll assume that you guys have divided up the money before this, and however you need to do it, or that night. And then the next morning, Boris will approach all 4 of you again. Now that you are rested, we can talk. I just want to make sure that everything is up to the standard you wish.
It's a good start.
You see, I understand you all have dream. You new nobles, and you have many option here. Many thing you can do. We are here to accomplish dream of our own. And I think we can all accomplish dream together. Divination has said that this will be a worthwhile investment. That's why we have come and done what we have done. Right about 20,000 gold has been sunk into this place now by me and my cousin alone.
20,000, Jesus.
It is life saving.
No, 20,000 gold. There's only one Jesus.
There's no Jesus actually here, but anyway.
Holy Egyptian Jesus.
Yeah.
Osiris? What we propose with this, we understand this is lots of gold to sink into place, and we don't expect paid back right away. We don't expect paid back at all. What we want is with this brotherhood concept to be part of. The house is still your house. The house is your house to run however you wish. But when it comes to business of the mercenaries, we wish to be part of the call it council or board.
Do you have more people that you'll bring?
We have more people we can get a hold of if that is what you are wishing.
Are they trained or trainees?
Both. That is what my specialty is: finding people, finding jobs. I travel around the world very quickly with the specific magic I have. I can find job opportunity for all the Brotherhood very easily. My cousin is very good at training. You have seen that. I have heard he took down Blue over there. With ease. Looks over at Vol, smiles. And I do have one request, even though cousin does not agree with it. When it comes to decisions for Brotherhood, I also wish for Ambrosia to be part of. She is very, very intelligent and good with books. Something that I do not think any of you or me or my cousin are good at. Equal share, I would like, all of the 7 of us, for that aspect of business alone.
I tell him in Dwarvish that he is very wrong.
About what?
About being the only one who can read or knows a lot about languages and books.
You seem... You're barely off of your mother's teeth. How can you possibly be that way?
You're still at the kiddie table.
I had to do it in order to survive.
Understand the planning that I have put into what we have done here already. I have been planning for the last 100 years. Longer than most of you have been alive.
Have you been running any kind of similar institutions?
I have been part of institutions similar to this, but I have not run one.
I did.
Again, you are barely off your mother's teeth.
And think about it this way. If I did it and you didn't, what does that say about you?
That I am more wise and can take time to accomplish goal in a better way.
Or that you're not capable of doing it.
That is why
That
I say
depends.
that it needs more than one. That is why I suggest council of 7. 4 of you, 3 of us. You outvote anyway. You have primary control.
It's not 3 of you, it's only 2 of you.
I am talking Ambrosia as well.
Yeah, but Ambrosia is not yours.
No, I am
Or
referring
working
to
for you.
people that are not your little core group of 4. And she
But
not
she
working.
is
I
part-
see her as equal. I do not see her as subservient. I see her as equal. Cousin
Well, I
does
do
not
the
see it
same.
that way. My cousin does not see it that way. I do. He only really respect the the green one and the blue one. And he points to Vol and goes, Gruck? And Vol? Pointing to Gruck.
I shake my head.
Oh, okay. Gruck, Vol. Backwards. Okay.
Being this little section of conversation has gone on for a little bit, I'm going to speak up. Would you guys care to switch off of Dwarven and include the rest of us?
Alright. I forgot about that.
I mean, nobody said anything, so I assumed that was all in Dwarven.
No, every time he responded, he was responding in English. Or in common. Zach was talking in Dwarven.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that changes it a little bit. Has anybody spoke with Ambrosia?
I did.
I'm assuming you did the night before too.
Well,
Basically, you got enough out of her to know that she wanted to calm down and needed to be alone for a bit. And she would have talked to Zach for a few minutes about alchemy, but that's about it.
Where's the other dwarf?
Probably passed out drunk somewhere.
Go and wake him, please.
He nods and gets up and or will walk away from you guys at that point.
Then I'll look at Zach. Would you mind getting Ambrosia? If we're going to have this conversation, it makes the most sense that everyone is here for it.
Might as well just have it once.
Alright.
I'll go fetch Ambrosia.
Alright, it'll be another... You guys can actually... How do you want to divide that up real quick?
My initial thought, Zach said he needed how much?
I need at least 2,000 total.
4.
1,000 I need for the cure, and 1,000 I need for the goggles of night, and what was it called? And the alchemy lab.
So it's 1,000 to get cured and 1,000 for personal.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
You may want to check.
The personal one is the goggles. The alchemy lab is for the group entirely as
I
well.
will definitely check that then.
Because what I plan on doing there, it's for the group. It will help all of us.
Actually, in all honesty, she has talked about wanting to set up an alchemy lab anyway. Ambrosia has. So.
I mean, I'm in favor of it.
So how's this? Dump the 1,000 in to everybody. Each gets 1,000 gold to spend however they wish. We'll use the rest. So what's that? 5,721. We could put 4,721 of it into the collective coffers, and the other 1,000 will go towards curing Zach as a result of call it collateral damage pay.
I mean, I'm good with that. It was on, basically on mission.
So that comes out of the collective coffers. Everybody gets 1,000 gold to spend however they wish, be it on goggles or hookers or whatever.
Or all of the above.
And 1,000 will be spent buying the Wolfsbane in order to cure Zach, and 4,721 gold will go into the vault.
Matt, is there a way that we can keep track of how much we want to put, like, in our chest that's in our room for stuff?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys each your own handout then. In Player's Journal, Vol. Can be edited by Vol. Anybody else want a chest right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I'm really going to need one.
It just depends on how much gold you want to keep on yourself and whatnot.
I mean, preferably close to none. I mean, gems are better for transportation anyway.
This is true. Although, strong recommendation, OOC, anybody that doesn't have one, I would totally spend at least 500 gold to buy a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I'll spend the 5. Well,
actually, for you, you could probably get a handy haversack given the stuff you actually carry.
I was gonna say, I guess I don't really need one, but yeah.
Did you want a chest loot as well, Zach?
Sure, but not for gold, mostly for items, I guess.
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be poor as hell afterwards. So I won't have anything.
Basically, it's just a handout that you can keep track of things that you're keeping there instead of on your character.
Yeah, please.
So if it is gold, you could put gold amount in there. Like, it's all easy to manipulate. And Gruck, if you want one at some point, let me know.
Yeah, if I guess if I for some reason start to accumulate stuff, I don't intend to, so it shouldn't really come into play. But I guess we'll see.
All right. So basically, if you wanna, do you wanna actually convert everything to gold, or do you want to keep any of the actual treasure in there as value stuff, part of that 4,700 and whatever?
Is it anything worth for alchemy in that treasure?
This is stuff just out of there. That's not including all the stuff he got for alchemy while you guys are gone. He hasn't even gone to Istal.
Okay, then I'm not interested.
Yeah, no, this was like necklaces, some statues, the
Like, I would recommend
shiny
keeping like
masks
the jade,
and stuff.
because you can carve the jade and make it even more valuable. Or if you find an artisan to actually carve the jade, you can make it more valuable as art pieces. And that's already 2,000 gold worth of raw jade.
Question.
I guess it depends on whether or not we're going to need the funds right away for the coffers.
That's pretty much true. That's what I'm saying. Like, pull out what you think. Like, if, like right now, Gruck, you're pretty much the one that actually cares about the stuff in there. So,
Well, I mean, I'm definitely in favor of, like you said, with the raw chunks of jade, but that's a big chunk of the, what's going to go into the coffers. So,
hold on one
I mean,
second.
it really
Chloe
comes
fell
down
off
to
the
what
couch.
everybody says about that.
What's wrong, sweetheart? Did you fall off the couch? Mommy's in the other room.
I mean, as far as we know right now, it's 2,000 gold that we don't necessarily need. So we could hold off on selling the jade and, find
I mean,
a
what
craft
exactly do we
or something to
want
it.
to do right now?
I mean, it depends on what we need to put money into immediately, and I don't know. The only thing I could think of is, OOC. Matt brought it up a few weeks ago, from what I can recall, and I know I mentioned it to Pink, but there's a magic item vendor that I bargained with when we were on. Oh, what the hell was it? I think it's in Rafa. When we were there early in the game, and I was debating on taking whatever magic items we don't want to him to maybe get a better deal on selling, but Matt brought up the point of instead of doing that, instead trying to make a deal with the guy in order to give ourselves a stockpile of generic magic items. That way, as people are effectively trained and ready to send out into the world to make us more money, then they have baseline magic items at their disposal when they do it. And if we don't need the 4,000 gold immediately for stuff, then we could consider dumping it into that.
Stuff you guys have to consider. It'll be a few minutes after you send them away, and they will come back. The peg-legged dwarf will be very tired and groggy, and he will sit down. You guys are probably, I don't know if you're like eating or what, but he sits wherever he can, basically. And it'll be a moment after that Zach will return with ambrosia.
I'll slide him a mug of coffee.
He will drink it hot and all in just a couple big gulps.
How much, Matt? How much would it cost me to get some specific signatures?
What do you
Without
mean?
the people knowing, of course.
That I will have to think about. That's more of a roleplay thing, I think, than a cost. So,
basically, I want some documents that are not important or not valid anymore with some signatures specific.
Okay, you'll have to tell me more about who you want and stuff like that, and we can figure that out over the week.
Okay.
All right, so you'll have all of them there. All right, we will roll together. You speak our mind now.
Ambrosia, are you aware of the desire that these two have for wanting an equal share in the business that we have more or less begun working towards? And if you are aware of it, do you have the same desire to own an equal share of it?
My desire is, as always, to serve my greater master and you guys as well. If I can make some money doing so, I am even more okay with it. This sounds like it would be something I could do. It'd be more work. Maybe a little less time for my studies, but trade-offs.
You think you can work with these guys?
I can work with at least one of them. She says, glaring at the groggy, peg-legged dwarf.
Peggy.
One thing I am curious about, and I do not mean any disrespect, but I think it requires being said. If you were to take an equal share in this business, then would it be separate from your greater master?
You mean, would I report that to my greater master?
Well, not. Would it be you having an equal share in this business, or would it be your greater master through you having an equal share in this business?
It would be me, although I am sure the baseline, although the secrecy things from the would be shared with her.
Well, like I wasn't attempting to imply that you would be required to keep it from your greater master, but you know, I hope you know where I was going with that.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be actually better? I mean,
her greater master is Zerat's mom, right?
Zyrat's mom, yeah.
OOC? Or is that in...
Well, he could just say Zyrat's mom, and she'll be like,
yeah.
Yes, Zyrat's mom, because Zyrat is a known person.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, it's not... I mean, I get maybe, but maybe not, but this is also, like, our thing.
Yeah, but what we're planning to do here is not really favorable to us right now, keeping in mind that there might be a lot of people who wouldn't agree with us if the word gets out.
What, that we're attempting to start a organization of mercenaries and adventurers?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, anybody that has, like, I mean, I'm sure you're right, there's probably other organizations that already exist that we would then become in competition with. But in my opinion, that's their problem. And if they want to come here to settle it, they can. The walls could use a coat.
Bull's like, I'm ready for that.
We all know how I treat people who decide to attack those under our protection.
Yeah, but what all I'm saying is, wouldn't it be better if we had a non-disclosure agreement?
You mean to actually keep everything in-house and nothing is said to anybody outside? That kind of thing?
Yeah.
The
direction.
The problem with that is my greater master knows everything I know.
As in mind-linked?
For lack of better terms, I am one of her familiars, yes.
Oh, this is Ambrosia talking.
That's good.
Can I, like, look at Zach confusedly? You're just figuring this out?
Does she look like a pet too?
Go ahead, Zach, or Saxon, answer that.
You're just figuring that out?
Is that a yes?
Kids these days.
I mean, I suppose to be fair, he did come in kind of after all that.
The hell is that, Vol?
That's how the
Who's her master?
That falls under a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, I was gonna say OOC. I can tell you, but
Perhaps someday you will
in-game
know.
I'm not
I think I'm fucked.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. It just,
I mean,
it just depends on your, intentions and actions, really.
I owe her a favor.
Here then is my proposition for this. There are 7 of us. It's an odd number. It helps. Majority rules when attempting to make decisions as a council, as a group of people with a decent amount of respect for one another, mostly. However,
that laugh was OOC.
Gruck, Saxon, and I
Aren't
have
you
the
Saxon?
name.
You're Saxon.
Gruck, Vol, and I. Excuse me. I'm tired. That was OC. Sorry, tired. Are the ones using our name to back this endeavor. So I say that the 3 of us get veto power.
If majority of you 3 agree to veto, I see apt reason to do so. In other words, 2 of the 3 of you have to agree to veto.
Okay.
Not individuals.
Ambrosia?
As long as you know my Greater Master will know, I am okay.
Zach?
No offense, dude. Saxon doesn't see you as a nobleman yet. Like,
no, he's not interested in becoming a nobleman. He's planning on taking over the Thieves Guild anyway. So, there's that.
At that point, Saxon might see you as almost an equal. Almost. He doesn't see anybody as an equal. Except maybe Warwick.
No. Again, Warwick is a very useful tool, and keeping him happy keeps him useful.
Alright, so.
I can't wait to go over that later with you.
So is that
me? Like that's OOC.
Vol, what was your
yeah,
vote?
yeah.
Vol, what was your vote?
Huh?
Was your vote okay for doing this, for the concept of the mercenaries only having the 7 of you equal share, basically, where the 3 of you, not Zach, have veto power if 2 of you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree as well.
I believe that is settled then. I can show you last thing that I have done. It may take more time to finish, but I think this is going to be something that you will very much appreciate. And I did not want to share it until after you had agreed that we should be partners in endeavor. He's going to take you guys down to a room down here. When he opens up the door, the inside of the room is entirely inscribed with runes. There's glowing runes of various kinds all over the place. There are 5 doors, and the doors right now are completely void of all runes. This is a special room that I have crafted for teleportation purposes. It will take a little bit of gold and a little bit of time, but when I have it finished, you can open door, and door will go elsewhere in world.
Will that door bring you back as well?
It will. I can connect each one of these up to 5 door each, 1 for each continent. Anyone that has proved worthy in Brotherhood should be able to get signal to get through here. It take a little bit to get one of those per person, because they are personal bound. But then all you do is walk through door and it bring you here. Ancient dwarven magic here. Rune casting.
How convenient.
How long will it take you to finish it?
1 week per door. per side. The issue now is not so much time, it is money. It is a little pricey. I wish to get income flow coming in before we really set up the rest of this. This part I could do relatively easily.
Well, if I have my way, then soon you would be able to travel to Awin at your discretion. That would at least be one of the other continents in the future you might be able to start with.
I will tell you right now, best places to put it will be in Zaglon and Zuhur. They have most frequent of bounty hunters hired, followed by Provia. Sadly, Awin is the last in the order of who they hire on bounties.
I will likely come back to discuss with you that matter again. I might be able to alter your thoughts on it.
Very well.
But it can wait.
Quick basic run through, so I'm not doing like roleplay for the whole thing. He does have these different areas, like this one here. Is a much larger area, and he says that's going to be for like the baseline people coming in. People that have proved themselves already and are actually part of the Brotherhood can get into the second room here, and only the elite of the elite will be allowed on the second floor, like the best of the best, the number one team, and you guys. That's why there's only 2 tables on the second floor.
Can you ping me where? Because I didn't see where.
The baseline people are going to be here. You can also see in one of the walls is a rune board, and he can walk over. He shows you it. He can actually inscribe messages on there for bounties, so people can come and get it. There's another one in this room for people that have proven themselves to be members of the Brotherhood. They can go in there, and then the best team, as well as your team, he figured as a good reward, can actually be on the second floor, where there is another rune board for high-level quests that he can put there. Ones that are worthy.
I like it.
We're the A team.
Right now, you are.
By default.
There is
I'll
only
take
one
it.
other matter that needs to be discussed about this, and that is, what do we wish to call our Brotherhood? You are all the majority and the starters of this. I vote you. I would actually say you should be the ones to name it.
We bathe in blood.
Blood-bathing Brotherhood.
Okay, that might be aggressive.
I mean, why don't we just call ourselves Private Army and that's it?
You know, honest to God, my first thought was we should call ourselves Team Rocket.
Team Rocket.
There you go. What's a rocket? I don't know.
Blast off at the speed of light. Surrender. No, because I don't want to have to say that every time we show up somewhere.
Although,
You'd be the only one saying it if you did.
I know none of you guys actually play Pokemon Go anymore, but on Pokemon Go you can actually buy Team Rocket outfits now.
Yay.
On Team Rocket.
Nice.
So.
We could be the companions. Just totally rip Skyrim.
That's not where my mind... When you said the companions, I went to Firefly. Just a bunch of professional sluts.
We could be the Reavers.
We can just call ourselves rip off Fallout and just call ourselves the Minutemen, because we can go all over the place. Or we'll be able to, anyway.
Well, because you all only lost 1 minute in bed. No, I do not like that one.
Then how about the Brotherhood of Steel?
How long I last depends entirely on the state of the woman involved. You gotta remember, I grew up in an orc village. I'm not coming unless she's crying, kicking, and screaming.
Or dead.
Or dead.
I don't know.
I do not advocate for violence against women.
Let's first get this whole thing going and started, and then we can find a name for it.
Yeah, let us give ourselves a week to come up with a name.
That's basically where I'm thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot after you told me about it before.
So yeah, you guys will think about
Okay.
that. We'll be ending in just a moment, but I just wanted to leave it on one last thing. As you guys are discussing this, there will be a loud knock from the front door area.
I should probably see who it is before we attack.
Okay, for the record, I have been with you guys for the past week. You know damn well I didn't kill anybody. I'm getting real sick.
It was Zach. We established this already, and I'll go answer the
I
door.
didn't kill anyone.
Everybody is aware of it.
All right, so you open the
He
door.
also told them about our secret.
You open the door, and there will be a few people, 2 people there specifically you recognize, and 3 you do not. The lady, you leaped off the cliff at the God's Tower, and saved her life, as well as Bones, with his new crew of skeletons and zombies. There is also a fairly savage-looking man. He is wearing shorts only, nothing else, and overly hairy. Let's see. Gotta remember what. That's her. Okay. A elf that is elaborately dressed in reds, oranges, and yellows, and a tiefling, who is just kind of standing in the background. She seems overly annoyed with the whole situation. When you open the door,
How does she look?
the tiefling,
Yeah.
look-wise, attractiveness.
Yeah, dude, it's the first one we've met.
Uh,
And I'm a tiefling. I've just been boning human chicks because I'm bored.
It's not too bad. What are you looking for?
Okay.
What's your charisma?
Me?
Yeah.
18.
She's at least as hot as you.
She'd look a lot better covered in blood.
No, excuse me, it's 19.
She's at least as hot as you.
Okay.
So, yeah. Are you at the door when they answer it, by the way? Saxon?
I can look and see.
So, yeah, the paladin, Ira, looks past, or kind of nods to Gruck and looks past and goes, "We need to speak to the blue one." Not Vol.
Not Vol? What?
Who else is blue?
And that's where we're going to end this campaign session.